very, very long time.
Happy to see it though.
Hey, we back. I don't know if the New York groove is happening, but we here, we kicking, we Pippa Dickersing.
Yeah, we're ready to do what we can with Pippa.
To finish the story, huh?
Maybe. Let's see what we have to get done. It's been so many months, I don't actually remember what we have to get done. And, okay, let's see what we've got. Okay. R2 to change these.
Revelio.
Peachy! Hello!
Hey!
How are you doing?
I think Peachy may have been doing a hello there. You know hello there?
Oh, hello there.
Exactly. Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith, Obi-Wan Kenobi just doing the business on General Grievous. He is Mr. Business, really, in the Star Wars, isn't he? In the Star Wars franchise. How you doing, Peachy?
How you doing, Peachy? You doing well? I'm just trying to see where my cursor is.
So Nonsensei hasn't played this in, I think it said that April the 19th was the last time you logged on to play Hogwarts Legacy.
It was a long time
So
ago.
I'm not sure exactly about how well she's going to be doing today.
Like the one last week.
Back with another weekly stream like the one last week.
Huh.
Well, we didn't stream last week.
We didn't. Did you stream last week, Peachy?
Unless Peachy's pulling a lie being like, hey, it's been so long, you haven't
stream
streamed.
last week, boys.
You were going to stream maybe, and you didn't. Well, we're streaming. We're going to be streaming. The idea is every Saturday. Nails! That was in tandem, in sync.
Lovely to have you here, my guy.
In pitch, actually, as well.
In pitch. It wasn't
Yeah,
my
absolutely.
headphones. I can't hear it properly.
That made it even better, you know?
Even better, yeah?
It really
Very
did.
Nice.
Yeah, so the aim is to stream every Saturday. We're going to do our best to commit to that.
Yep.
We'll see how it goes.
Hey!
Hey! How you doing? That's Avengers Rising, but
That
now
is-
his Giratina's Rising.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw the change. Everything good? Everything's going pretty well. I mean, we're streaming. Happy to be streaming. Happy to be doing this. Happy to be figuring out what on earth I'm meant to be doing in this story again, because it's been a long time.
Uh-huh.
But
And it has been a long time coming.
Yeah.
It really has.
It does feel like a long-awaited comeback for us, from us. I'm just figuring out what I need to do and what I have on the roster here. Because... We're back! Yes! Look how close I am. 39, 40 is max. Look how close.
But 40 doesn't mean you get platinum. That doesn't mean that.
No, but you do get a trophy.
Oh, you get a trophy for
When you
getting
get
to 40 as well.
Yeah.
Right,
And I've got, I
right.
don't know how many points are available because it's our faces there. We've got quite a few of them. I should be leveling everything up before we go into the final stuffs. Stupefy, expertise. Oh, I might have to just go to one of those camps and get some goblins so I can get back into attacking on this game.
Oh, right, you might need to go and take
I feel like
on
the muscle
some
memory.
foes.
Yeah, the muscle memory isn't going to be there, is it? Cause you know what? Let's go fight some beasts. Let's see what we have. Let's go.
Yeah, it's been long.
Right.
Exact thing of stuff I want to talk about. The next stream with like stuff from months ago. Lol.
From months. I'm so sorry. I am so. Oh, we need to buy those last two brooms as well. So there are.
Oh, you got a
couple of
special
things.
broom, it said when it logged on again.
Oh,
there
yeah?
was logged on again. There was special broom.
So I need to pick
You got
up-
special new broom.
That's very
it
nice.
It was colorful purple broom.
That one?
That maybe
Lavender
was broom.
Borealis
That's
broom.
it, lavender purple.
Very nice.
Purple.
So we do actually have a couple things, housekeeping things left to do before we can platinum it.
There's like 30 things.
All right.
I won't dump them all this stream. Lol.
You know what, Peachy? We've got the time. Let's just chat. Truly. Why not? Let's see. Quests. Oh, God. Hall of Hero Diana. We're not doing that one. Nope. Nope. That's the one that's... No, none of these. None.
How is the quality of the stream, guys?
Yeah.
Like the audio, the video we can't really control, but the audio we can change.
But they are like the same
So let us know because the lighting in this room we haven't really practiced any streaming with. Obviously, we might need to change it up a bit. So if you can aid us with that, that would be great.
There's one thing here for Hogwarts Secrets.
Hogwarts Secrets.
Hogwarts Secrets.
Hogwarts,
if I remember,
Hogwarts, Hoggy, Hogwarts.
Teach us, please. This last one, I think we get this when we visit the final repository. So we don't need to worry about this one. For the quest...
we haven't played in so long that my earbuds are actually sticky.
Ew,
because of all the...
I hate it when the silicone gets all... Ew.
It's because the heat and then the dust and
That's
all of it.
Grimy.
So I'm just going to put new earbuds
you put new
on
buds
that.
on.
That ain't...
Hey!
Hey, Priyanka! How you doing? You got a new name, Pixie. I like it.
Cute name.
Kawaii.
Very kawaii title, and I'm not... Oh, go on, you read that.
God, so why is the title Solo Stream though? I'm out of practice.
I think it was more for the continuity.
Yeah.
All the streams for me have been solo streams, so technically this is a solo stream because I'm going to be doing the gaming. But Narendra has to be here for morale.
Yeah, I have to get you through it because you might just fall asleep.
I might. So this is main story quest. When I do the final repository, that's going to get ticked off. These 2 side relationship quests should get ticked off after we do the main quest. There is one with the girl from Uwagadu, whose name I cannot remember.
Ooh, Nationai.
And Nationai, yep, Natty, you're right.
That's it.
And Sebastian Sallow, that one should get finished afterwards. So these 2 I don't have to worry about. I'm just trying to... Room of Requirement, we're at 100%. I've done all of these rescuing beasts.
Fingers are a bit fat.
Oh, we've bred all the beasts as well. Okay, that's good. Do you want me to do that for you? Do you want to take this?
I'm doing my best. You concentrate. You got to get through this.
Continuing Kingdom Hearts on Saturday.
Continuing Kingdom Hearts, you know, it's possible. It's possible we do. I'm just trying to figure out what we need to do to platinum this game because I actually can't remember. Priyanka, if you're willing to help me out, I know that. So. But when we were off stream, in those few days, I was hoping to... Oh, my gear slots are full. How do I access my gear slots again? L1. Okay, everything's looking topped up, basically. That's very good. In the time between streams, middle of last stream, I tried Hogwarts Legacy. Did you really?
Oh, wow.
How did you find it? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it?
Play the new Harry Potter Quidditch game.
Oh, cheers, Giratinas Rising.
Cheers.
Yeah. Said he's going to see if he can drop some people on the stream.
Oh, that'd be sick,
maybe he's got some lads to jump on while we weren't watching. You know? Maybe people gone back and watched some of the older streams.
Maybe. I will admit, the older streams, they're a bit spotty, but some of them slap.
Some of the streams, you know, it's true, isn't it? Like,
some of them are real slow.
At the beginning, it was finding our footing. It was working our way through it.
Yeah.
As it went on, we really did become streamers.
Yeah,
without the controversy, seemingly.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah. That comes with more people in the chat means more problems.
Yeah, he's correct.
But you know what? It's worth it.
Do I want... I'm trying to think. What should I level up? The background has changed.
You turn into McGonagall.
The background has changed. We have altered our positioning.
We have been forced to migrate.
We've migrated.
Yes.
No
longer has the nice background and lovely wallpaper.
It's gone. Gone. Dunzo.
So we got the blinds and the plain paper, and that's just how the cookie. These were changes that needed to be made.
They did need.
But it means we can still stream once a week.
Very
Otherwise,
important.
we wouldn't be able to. If we weren't streaming in this corner, we wouldn't be able to do it.
Yep.
Yep.
So we're gonna set a waypoint to this medium bandit camp, just so that I can get back into, you know, Expelliarmus. Sorry,
Expelliarmus.
I'm both in frame. Yeah, I'll try to keep in frame. Let's go get these guys.
You took that as a pointed. Non-sensei is just dipping in and out.
Sometimes I'll lean in and you'll just see this much of my forehead. I know. Okay, how do I go in? Oh man, I need to get used to changing all of these. Let's cast Disillusionment. This is gonna take a minute, boys.
Sure do. Hopefully some special guests and more who I hang out with will join you. It's so great to have you guys back. You know, it has felt like something has been missing the last few months. At least some things seem to be a bit more in order. Still in a lot of flux. Working stuff out, but I think this has been sorely missed.
Really?
Yeah.
This is a big amount of my socialization, to be completely honest. I am a homebody. I do have select people I see regularly, family, close friends, stuff like that, but
I've only played like 15-30 minutes of the game. I tried the plus
I'm rather well, how do I say this? I'm not sociable. If I don't have to leave my house, I won't.
Well, yeah, I get it. Pete said he only played 15 to 30 minutes of the game. I tried the PS Plus trial. Well, I do know they just dropped the Quidditch game that they were doing. They just put that out for a beta, and maybe the full thing is coming out soon. I don't think we're going to be playing that.
No.
That seems like a one and done stream rather than we'll just come back to that every week, because I feel you guys would get bored of us playing that. A little bit like FIFA. Like, if I was going to play FIFA, it would surely get pretty boring because there's no story, there's no goal, there's no aim. With this, with Hogwarts Legacy, with Kingdom Hearts, with Star Wars, with Spider-Man, there's a goal and an end point, which is we want to see what's happening in the story, right? But with those types of games, I don't think there's enough to draw us in for a long-term play. Maybe once in a while, like when we do the Call of Duty streams, once every month or more, it's worth doing something like that, but not really every week.
I think he's correct. Look at that.
Pete said, yeah, I've been playing that a lot. I don't know if you're going to play, but we can play together if you ever do. Oh, so you can do cross-platform and you can play online with the Quidditch Champions game. Maybe we should consider it for a one and done type of game for a stream. Depends how expensive it is. Yeah.
See,
I don't know the price of it. If it's like 15 quid, maybe I'll give it a shot. But no games nowadays are 15 quid. So I don't think it's going to be at that type of price point.
I've also been playing
He's correct.
Star Wars Battlefront games from the 2000s.
I've been furious with WD for not giving WBD, that's WB Discovery.
Yes.
Discovery
Indeed,
bought
it is
WB.
Discovery now.
For not giving us a live-action Superman vs. Brainiac movie with both characters done comic accurately, along with Supergirl, Lois Lane, Silver Banshee. Yeah. Well, I think with James Gunn's movie, they may be bringing Brainiac into the first film with Superman, but I'm not sure. I've not been that logged into the DC stuff over the last year or so while they're rebuilding it. But I do think, from what I heard, they may be doing Brainiac with Superman in the Superman movie. But that could just be hearsay. That could just be hearsay.
Thank you for all that you've done.
You can tell I'm out of knack, guys. I'm out of whack.
Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna sell stuff we don't need. Because there's only so many gear slots.
He also said, I've been playing the old Star Wars Battlefront games from the 2000s.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, we are still in the 2000s, but we're in the 2020s.
He means the 2000s.
I'm so old that I could say that I'm in the 1900s. That's how old we are.
We were born in the 1900s. Yeah. I'm sure when we have like kids and grandkids eventually, they're gonna be like, Nan, what was it like being born in the 1900s? It's like, stop thinking of Queen Victoria. That was 100 years before me.
That. We had these things called floppy disks. That sounds like a sexual innuendo. I'm not sure about that, Gran.
No, it's just a floppy disk.
Brave soul.
Okay, what we're gonna do is I'm just hitting up all of the different, all of the different.
Oh, so if you have PS Plus, you get it free. So PS Plus is like, if you subscribe to PlayStation Plus, you get access to a lot of games for free.
Oh yeah.
And I guess this is one which you get access to for free if you subscribe to PlayStation Plus. Thing is, we don't subscribe to PlayStation Plus because we are cheap.
And you know what? we're going to thank ourselves in the future that
we
we're
are
so
we
cheap.
are paring back our spending like significantly.
Yeah.
To be fair,
We are.
like we are. It's you'd think it couldn't get any less,
Oh, we can always.
but it's less.
Yeah.
A little more.
He's correct. He's correct.
Some people would say, "How do you do it?" Really? Like I should be doing that. That way, I'd save more money and have more money to be able to do other things with in the future. But people aren't committed to their financial security.
No.
No.
People, yeah, most of the time they're not. Generally.
And I became Hold My DualShock's first member on their YouTube channel on the 14th of July, day after shoot.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Oh shit.
That was big news.
Oh shit.
Yeah. We're going to steal an apple.
Oh shit. I see you guys got the Super Chat mod installed. I think we've had the Super Chat for a while. It's just there, you know. From what I read, if you don't have it installed, it actually and active, it makes your streams less likely to get viewers.
Really?
Yeah, because YouTube makes so much money off the Super Chats,
Oh.
right? It's the same thing with how we didn't monetize the channel for like
Yeah,
7,
a
8
long
years, something
time.
like that. And then someone I knew said, "Oh, you should probably like monetize the channel." I said, "But we don't want to." They said, "Well, it would make sense that YouTube would promote the channel a little bit more if they were going to make money off the channel."
And
I
you went,
"Oh, shit."
wow, you're absolutely right.
So that's why we started monetizing, because there was a chance that we were getting pinned back just a little bit. I don't think it's made that big of a difference, but maybe.
Yeah. It was like a penny drop moment there. It's like, oh, you're right, we've been kneecapping ourselves here,
Yeah.
technically. There are a couple of people I want to go see to see if I can buy the final brooms. Because if we have done that...
Swindler. Thought you
Swindler?
might have joined the Ashwinders by now.
You can get the cheapest PS Plus 1 month essential. That one is not that expensive and only get it for like a month.
Aren't you?
That's valid. We just need to make sure we cancel it in that case. Right?
That's the thing.
Thank you
Because
for
sometimes
stopping in.
with subscription services, you just leave them and leave them and leave them, and then
Didn't
you
Clement
realise,
Town
oh wait,
Wellesley ask you to follow those
I still have this 9
I
months
still
on,
have this. Oh, that's
and
where
you've not
that,
used it.
that money's been going.
Hmm.
Huh. It's cheeky. It's rather cheeky.
You know what I don't like?
Oh, that.
Precisely. Yeah, July the 13th. Pretty crazy stuff. That was pretty wild. A trillion! Woo, woo, woo!
How you doing, my guy?
It's not that we're bad guys, it's that you're bad.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
we
it.
are inconsequential. We're just the point of which all of you guys can come. That is a wild beard.
That is.
That is crazy. And hang out, you know? So it is good having you lads.
It's lovely.
It's lovely.
Thanks for coming back. Truly. Thank you. So what I'm doing is I'm travelling to find these last 2 brooms. Because once we've got them, if we do the final
Yeah,
task, we might be platinuming them.
that might be a good idea. That might be a very good idea, Peach, actually. Get a gift card instead of a payment method and buy it from a PS wallet. It won't take money because you don't have a payment method anyway. That's genius!
smart.
Hey, Toy! Skadoosh Squad! Toy! Skadoosh! Squad!
Sale.
Lovely to have you here. Thank you for popping back. I've already bought everything I need from you, sir.
I feel like I've been thrown back 5 months, you know?
I feel like I'm 5 months
It's
younger.
like, it's almost like nothing happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and a lot happened in
And-
fact. Let's go this way.
It's better we don't talk about it.
Yeah, I'll just get annoyed. I don't like being annoyed. Let's see what we can do.
Since the last stream load.
Does, doesn't it?
Felt like a year since the last stream. It really does. It's only been like 4 or 5 months. I think the last stream it said was in, when was it? When was the last stream?
Zabes
In Zawest. The last stream was 4 months ago.
Wow, I was
Over
really,
4 months ago.
I was really happy with that.
Yeah?
You know, I remember I said previously my
Say Pearly White's looking great as always.
thanks. My what was I saying? My
New
New Year. That's a broom. There we go. Thank you very much.
Darkness.
My New Year's
conspire
resolution was to do
such
at least
beauty.
12 solo streams this year.
Well,
and I was doing so bad.
You destroyed that 12 solo streams. Like, your aim was 12. You did really good, considering you like 3 times
that.
that.
Out the park. Truly.
Yeah, you really superseded your idea for your goal of 12 streams. So don't worry about that.
Exactly. And then I had to stop. And then we've come back, and this could be the final Hogwarts. This could potentially be the final Hogwarts Legacy stream.
I didn't name it the final one
just in case,
because you're so out of practice.
I think I might have to go to different camps and just try and hit people up. Unfortunately,
are you talking about assaulting people?
Do have a look around.
Hit people up.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I mean.
Hello again.
You know what I mean.
I don't know anything.
You again.
I don't know you.
Favorite Hogwarts student.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know you.
Belly armors.
Come on, get over.
You're not gonna remember me at all, are you? I'm gonna pull a Gilderoy Lockhart if I must.
What do you have for sale?
Better you than us. Well, I suppose that makes sense. Yeah.
True.
Thank you. I hope to see you again.
Oh, Pete said he finally got Kung Fu Panda movies, all of them on physical.
Wow! Oh, well done.
You got your own PlayStation camera, been streaming yourself as well.
Yes.
I'm just gonna let's see.
Oh, yeah.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Yeah, new background. Yeah, I changed the location. We're in a dingy corner.
Basically, yeah.
Hey, whatever gets it done. Whatever gets it done.
Wow.
A lot happened between both streams. I'm sure for you guys as well. Like 4 or 5 months, a long time. It's a real long time. And we still didn't manage to do what we needed to do, really. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. Trillian said he's doing great. When it comes to PS Plus, I don't subscribe because over time, I think you end up paying more with subscriptions than just purchasing the game. And I prefer owning something. You're right.
Smart move.
Peach bought physical Kung Fu Panda. That is the way to go. Physical copies are the best
What can I help you
idea.
with today?
Because that way they can't be changed. You can't. That kid was just playing on a broomstick and looked a little confused, but
I can appreciate that.
That is probably the best thing to do. You know, you can't have it pulled away from you. You can't have it be changed. You can't break the terms of service and then not be able to access it. Physical is the way to go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the one I want to go to, so I'll travel to
Oh, Toy got a dip. Alright, well, Toy, have a good one. Do what you need to do. Amazing.
Take care.
Top tier.
Top tier.
Top tier.
Ooh, bad guys. Hi.
Oh, I forgot the look of Pippidicus. Like, she really does look like an emo goth killer.
That's the point.
Like, with the sunglasses as well.
Oh,
you don't need
love
them,
the look.
but they really do add to...
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's not
You're
it.
level 39, remember?
I know. I worked hard to get here. I worked very hard. Don't you think Peppa looks sick? Stop it. She looks so... Look. No. She looks so good.
I think she looks a bit daunting as an individual.
She's level 39. She should be daunting. People should be like, oh no, Pippa's pulled up.
I just get out of her way. You don't want to mess with her.
That's exactly
I get
right.
that. I do prefer me Herman Hollywood.
Oh, I do. Yeah,
I do like me some Herman Hollywood.
We're gonna go inside just to fight some people.
Not just because Herman Hollywood actually sounds like a name of a character that would be in Harry Potter.
Not a party to attend by
Pippidicus sounds like the name of a character that got deleted from Harry Potter.
You know what?
Pete said I bought God of War 2018 twice after first buying on digital and then I bought it on physical. Giratinus Rising said there's the new Black Myth Wukong game with big record-breaking sales. Yeah, apparently it's crazy. I've watched some people streaming it. The thing is, I know that Nonsensei is not gonna like playing that game. I saw the trailer for it maybe 3 years ago for the first time, and I said, "Wow,
this looks amazing.
This thing looks sick." But I know she ain't gonna love playing it, and it's the type of game which she would give up on. I don't think it would be worth starting it. Like the Avatar game we had.
Oh, that one.
It's not like that, but it's similar, where it's just completely open world. And that could cause you problems, I think.
That
for you.
one, just I couldn't even watch him play it because it was so painful. So I was just, my face was just down reading the chat. It was so bad.
Yeah.
Why did I waste
How's the
that?
injury coming along? You back at the gym yet?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey!
The injury is that injury cleared up, and then
nice of you to stop by.
and then it came back.
It's back!
He's back. He's back. He's back. It actually only happened this week. And I was doing great like recovery work on it, and then I stupidly got back on the monkey bars this week.
Muppet.
It seems like it was meant to be, you know, jumping back on stream and then jumping back on the monkey bars. I jumped back on them, and I tried something that I shouldn't have tried, and I just hung there hanging for a little while because someone just walked underneath me, and I didn't want to fall on them because I was about to stop, and I couldn't swing in either direction, and then I was hanging on with one arm, and then I like pulled my arm a little bit. But, you know, I feel a lot better in most cases. It's coming along. I feel like I'm almost to the point where I want to start putting back on some muscle. Maybe, you
I've been
know,
waiting for this day.
10 pounds, 15 pounds, try and get up to like 165 maybe. Maybe 170, maybe I'll try and go for 20 pounds. See what I can do. But I'll need a proper plan to, you know, structurally get that muscle mass. Without...
You're not as young.
Exactly.
When you're younger, especially as a man, it's easier to put on muscle, right?
Yeah.
Whereas past a certain age, you're just constantly losing a percentage of your muscle
non-stop.
mass year on year,
When
right?
I was 18, 19, people thought I was on roids.
He was huge, guys.
Like, not just because of the back acne I had.
He also.
Which
Oh,
didn't
I'm
help.
telling you, there were guys in your school who must have been like, you know what, someone needs to ask Narendra. And then one of your mates was like, no, he's terrified of needles. There's actually no way. I know. And people were like, nah, he's got the back acne. He over one summer he went from a shrimp to just. He looked like a door. He was the sorry, I'm going this way. He was the size of a door.
Yeah, I would say I went from about, in the space of maybe a year, let's say 18 months, I went from maybe 155 pounds to 205. And this is why people would say you were on roids, because that is, under most circumstances, like impossible.
He was just eating loads
To gain like
and spending too much time in the
25
gym.
pounds a year, basically. And it wasn't all muscle, obviously. I was probably about 18 to 20% body fat. So I was bulking to a degree at the beginning as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I put on like 50 pounds in 18 months. And then, you know, I got severely depressed and had a lot of problems within a year after that. And I proceeded to go from 205 pounds to like 135 pounds.
You look like a
and
skeleton.
people also thought then, what is he doing? I was like, no, I didn't exercise at all. I was heavily depressed.
I wasn't eating.
I wasn't eating.
I wasn't
I wasn't
sleeping.
doing anything. And I wasn't in a good headspace or physical space. And the weight just literally, all the muscle I
just fell
gained,
off.
all the weight I gained just came away. In 6 to 8 months, I dropped 70 pounds. I went from 14 stone to 14 and a half stone to about 9.
Yeah. It was
I
really...
dropped like 5.5 stone
It was one of those things...
in 6 months.
I remember when that happened and I first got to look at you. It took me a second to recognise that you were
I went
you.
back to like 15-year-old and I was like 20.
Yeah,
right?
but you had the 20-year-old's height, so
Yeah.
you looked so skinny.
Yeah.
You were walking through the door like a skeleton. It was like I couldn't hear anything, but it was like I could hear your bones clacking. It was heavy.
Yeah.
It was a lot, but now I think this is the best you've looked in a very long time because you spent a lot of time cutting. So now your body fat percentage is one of the healthiest it's been, even though you're not huge.
Yeah, it's probably the best it's been. I've not checked it properly, like with one of the proper checks, but I'm sure it's probably much lower than it was then.
Because proper checks can be kind of expensive, can't they?
Yeah, people get them once every like few months or something, or once a year, twice a year to see where they are and gauge it.
We're too frugal for that.
Yeah, no, not doing it. I can visibly see it. It's like, is it better? Yes. Is
Clearly,
it worse?
yeah.
Yes. You can get a gauge. You shouldn't be doing that stuff every week or every month. It just seems like then you're getting in your own head about it. That doesn't help either.
He's correct.
But yeah.
Take care of your mental health, guys.
It's true. You're right.
Take care,
You're
but
right,
also,
B-man.
take care of your physical health.
Older videos and did see that you have indeed got
Yeah.
weight loss.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, you got to do both. One helps the other. That's just
You
how it
know,
works.
he's in a
It's
good
tandem.
place now. He's in a good place now.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of time. That's why you got a lifetime to do it.
Oh, went through your older videos. I did see you've gone through
Yeah.
weight loss. That's really tough. It's great to see. Well, yeah, from there, I gained.
I'll do this because I'm waiting for these to
I can't
load.
get. You can't get them on.
I'll do my best.
No, you can't.
These are the ones you need on.
The buds are too small for the actual. Yeah, no, it's too much. Yeah, I actually went back and watched a video.
Oh no.
Where I was reviewing Beetlejuice because Nonsensei just watched it, and I said, "What did I think of the movie back then?"
You
What I
can't get
said.
them on.
You
got man hands.
I said I got fat fingers, right? And I went back and watched that video. I said, "Oh damn, you're probably like 200 pounds here," but I was 200 pounds and out of shape because or 195 probably, a bit under that. That was probably around the time I decided to start working out a little bit, like 2.5, 3 years ago, because the lockdowns and not doing anything for about a year. I was like, damn man, I got to do something. And I looked at it, I went, damn, you were a little bigger. So then I went from that, like being 135 when I was like 20, 21 years old, and progressively got back up to 200. Well, it came in ebbs and flows. I got to like 185 and I was pretty healthy at that weight, and I was like cardio king at that point. People were shocked at my cardio.
Oh no.
At 185,
Yeah.
like 185 is
It's
a
a lot of
relatively
weight to be moving around.
large bloke. It's not big, it's not wrestler, it's not MMA
Yeah.
mega size. But 185 for the
you know
regular
what, for a
person
regular
is
person
big.
who's
Hey,
not in a
just
big-
entertainment.
Hey!
We back. You back.
Greetings, fine sir.
Yes.
Lovely to have you here.
185 is pretty big.
Yeah.
Not to toot my own horn.
No,
I
it
did.
is.
I did
think we
also
can all
have
agree.
like, what was it? Was it 18 and a half, almost 19-inch arms?
Yeah,
Was that it?
my head is quite small. Generally, I've kind of a pea head. It looks a bit small for my body. His arm round here
Yeah.
was literally an inch off the circumference of my head.
I wasn't trying to get really big arms,
No.
but I saw this video that said, "Oh, The Rock had like 20-inch pythons,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "How big are my arms?" I was like, "Oh shit, they're almost 19 inches."
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
See everyone.
Wild.
Wow!
Wild. And then he was like walking around like, look at me. He was
And
like,
then-
Knox is on the job, baby.
Baby.
That was the way he was walking.
This is our octagon. Who taught you shapes? And it was all downhill from there because basically within like 2 or 3 months after that, lockdown started in 2020.
Put a jinx on
And
yourself.
just
You put a
ended
jinx on the
all
world.
all of that progress.
19 huge.
19, yeah. I didn't realize that it was big, but it was big.
He was a big boy.
And the thing is, at that size and that weight, like 185, 19-inch arms, I was doing 2K in like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
So I was running 2Ks every time I'd go to the gym. The first thing I'd do is stretch and then run 2K and then get into weights. And I got to the point in the beginning of 2020 where I was running 2K in about 7 minutes, 20 seconds. Something like that was the best I did. And
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
that's
as well.
pretty quick.
How can I help?
That is quick.
That's not like super quick,
What
but,
do you have?
but
Considering how
7
heavy you
minutes.
were,
I don't know
yeah.
what that is in miles. Like that's like a maybe 3-minute 40-second kilometer. That's maybe is that 5-minute mile? I don't know what the mile to kilometer ratio is.
Isn't it
Is it 1.5?
1.6 kilometers is a mile?
Oh right, okay.
Something like that.
So
I
maybe it
can't-
was about a 5-minute mile. It's like you get 4-minute miles. That's real quick.
That's really quick.
So if I was busting out 5-minute miles willy-nilly every week, I went, wow, that's nuts.
yeah,
Speaking of jinx,
that is.
And the thing is, Bruce, when I started it, to do that 2K, like I was so physically out of shape, but within
Priyanka, I'm
18
using
months.
your trick of staying near the floor so I can get the super boost constantly. I don't forget stuff like that. It's
find
too
the ways.
useful. Thank you. Continue, Bella.
Yeah, when I started doing some
There's no
cardio
telling
back
what
then
lies
in
in
maybe
wait for me in there.
2018, 2019, it would take me like 15, 16 minutes to do 2K. And within a year, I was down to basically 9-ish minutes, and then it was smaller incremental changes. So say it took me a year to get down from 16 minutes to 9. It took about another year to get down to 7, or maybe around about that type of time period, because the gains are much smaller when you're working on that scaled improvement you've already had, you know. When the margins come down, the improvements have to come down as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's only natural.
But it's crazy, the level of gain you can get, especially when you're that young. And I know now, being 5 years older than when I did that the last time, it will be a lot more difficult. But at the same time, I feel better being lighter. Like,
you can
genuinely,
feel it on your joints, can't you?
Yeah, I feel less pain. I feel less problems physically, being the size I am.
It must be so... We recently made a video about saying how we're going to get back to WWE, and we've been watching some stuff. And seeing these men who are 250 upwards. That's like the minimum. It's like 240 pounds. And seeing the way they can
200. 190 is like the bare minimum.
You're very slim.
For them.
A lot of these guys who are at the top level, they are big.
Yeah.
They are so big. And then sometimes you see old videos of someone like The Big Show, and you're like, how are you carrying that
right,
much
on your
weight?
joints.
And you're doing these moves, and you are very athletic, and you're springing around and jumping on the mat and whatnot, and it's like,
So nice of you to stop by.
how are you moving so
Well,
quick?
you see someone like Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
He's 280 pounds probably. He's doing kip-ups. He's doing jump-ups from the floor.
It was crazy seeing that.
Yeah.
Truly. We are watching the peak of physical fitness, and it's wild because a lot of people don't perceive these guys as athletes. It's like, no, these guys don't get a day off. They don't get months
They
off.
don't get recovery
like
time.
Most athletes.
They don't
you know,
get
there's an
recovery.
on-season for when there's athletics competitions or tennis competitions, and then you go off, and then they're travelling, which means they're driving places for hours and hours, so they're not resting. They don't get time off.
No.
And people don't look at wrestlers and go, oh yeah, those guys are top level athletes. But they are.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah, they deserve more
I'm able to
respect.
look mine.
Hello.
Your quick
Nice to see
responder,
you
what
again.
would you say is your
You as
greatest
well.
development?
What can
Arms,
I help you
shoulders,
with?
legs? Definitely not legs.
What do you have to
He's
say?
got
Definitely
small
not
in
legs.
comparison. He's got
I'm not big up
Is
top
anyone
now
help
versus
get
what I
this
used to be,
with
so my
her,
legs
Miss
don't look
Glad you
that
got
bad.
it.
Yeah.
Hey, glad
But
you were able to
before,
stop
you know,
by.
they were a little bit.
chicken leg.
Yeah, I
Little bit.
was a chicken boy down there. Now it's more proportionate because I'm not as big up top. But I would say, generally, I've been pretty good on my chest. I can build that relatively quickly. Thing is, now I'm having to use lighter weights in general just for my maintenance and like because of all the joint problems that I've had because I'm a weak boy. So I don't think I'm ever gonna get like giant again just because of that. So when I'm doing weights, even though I can lift, like when I'm doing say in favor of, and you know what, that's how I used to be when I was younger, but then I used to also do leg presses like crazy when I was like 18, 19.
No regard for your knees.
No, that's how I messed my
No
knees up.
regard for your knees.
Genuinely, is how I messed my knees up. I was in the gym and the leg press machine was just looking at me like, you're a little bitch. And I said, you know what? I'm not having it. So I jumped on the machine, started going, just ramping it up bit by bit. And then I got to the point where I was at the bottom of the machine and I was lifting the entire machine.
Oh, good lord.
And this is a gym, like there are school kids there, there are adults there. And people were genuinely like, what the hell am I seeing right now? Like there was hundreds of kilos. I don't know what it was back then because I can't remember like the gym exactly what that weight was. I just remember it was the entire weight plate.
My favorite Hogwarts
And
student.
I was just
Never attended
killing it,
Hogwarts
smashing them.
myself. In
Went
fact,
back 3
I've
days
never been
later.
more than a
I
stone's
couldn't
throw
even
from
lift
a
half the
tumble
amount.
unit. Now,
And
how many
what have I done?
You know what that
I
probably
couldn't do
was?
it.
Do you
My
wanna-
knees were
No,
so
no.
spent.
Do you want-
And I went back a few weeks later and I was just doing light and I was trying to go up and I couldn't get
You
high.
wrecked yourself.
Uh-huh.
You wrecked yourself. All for that mini ego boost, you fool!
Hey, I've always been natty, Bruce. People have thought I'm not being natty, alright? But I was too scared of needles.
He's still afraid of needles.
I'm okay now, but I'm still not great
The
with
only
them.
reason you're okay now is because we don't ever go to get any jabs.
No, I know, but needles, like, yeah, you're right. Those type of needles, I feel like I'd be more
An
scared
injection.
of as well. Yeah, injection needles. No, I'm not for
They
that.
make me
no.
feel uncomfortable
No,
even
no,
now.
no, no. Creeps me out.
It's
What can I
exactly
help you
that.
with
Right?
It's like skin
It feels
crawl.
like I'm in a horror movie.
Yeah.
Something's gonna happen to me.
It's exactly that. He's
You're
got
the
he's hit the
student
nail on
who
the
returned.
head.
Speaking of Jinx, by the way, Arcane final season is dropping soon. I know you said you're going to rewatch Arcane, then watch the finale again, so you haven't done it yet. Be good time. What did you just do, Non-Sensei?
I just got Arcane ready to start watching it all.
She
from
just
the
downloaded
beginning.
the first 5 episodes so we can get back on it.
Have
That's
to get
what
back
it was.
On it.
See you again.
Have to.
Yeah.
Dragon Trainer.
Dragon Trainer.
Dragon Trainer.
Hey!
Lovely to have you here, my
DT!
guy.
DT!
DT.
DT!
Ready to have you back. So glad you're back. Truly. I am so thankful you guys popped
Yeah.
back on. There was this mild fear. I was like, oh, we're going to be streaming to 0 people.
And that's fine.
Which is
People
okay.
come.
Of course. They always do. But especially coming back, being like, maybe this is the finale and we're going to be streaming to no one after 90 hours of work. It made me a little bit sad. But I feel much better now, boys. Much better.
Hey, it's good that you guys are getting on as well. It's like, oh wow, it's like small community, you know?
Yeah!
Pop in and out.
Pop in, pop out, pop in, pop out.
Shake it all about.
There we go.
Honestly, we're just messes we are.
We really are.
We really are. Does Marinweem have a... It must.
So I would say other than my chest, in terms of quick development, I have quite strong triceps. They just come out, like they pop out, and people are like, wait, what? Why are they so big?
This guy sounds
I'm
like a
sorry.
menace.
I'm sorry. Ever
Doesn't
since you know what it was? Maybe I just got bigged up by the people around me, like my family, and also people
No,
in sports.
you're a big guy.
When they were like, "Yo, your triceps are huge."
No, you know
You know that. You know that. There you go. You go with the line because
You know
it
that.
applied to me, and people said it.
How can
You
I
know
do
that there's this, I guess, a 10-year-old clip from a press junket where the Avengers from Avengers Assemble are looking at different Avengers' biceps to identify them, to say, whose arm is this? And it's like, oh, that's RDJ, and that's this. And you see this massive arm with this bump in the middle, just pure muscle. It's like a ball of muscle. And Evans goes, oh, that has to be Hemsworth. And he says it so quick, it's Chris Hemsworth. And the guys go, how did you know? He goes, he's got this thing, you know, that most guys, when they get big, they've got their biceps, their tricep. But Hemsworth, he's got this bump between the bicep and the tricep. And I was asking him, you know, what do you do to get that? Like, what's the workout? Because it looks good, my
He's like,
guy.
I don't know, bro. I just work out.
I just work out. And Narendra, when he gets big, he gets the bump between the bicep and the tricep that Chris Hemsworth has. And I must admit, it is a call to fame because supposedly not many guys get it. Not many women get it either, I guess. It's not particularly common for that muscle to be to use and enlarge like that. But he has the bump.
I'm being hyped up right now, and I'll
and
take
the
it.
tricep. He does.
I'll take it. I appreciate it. Despite the fact it's been 5 months, this feels weirdly nostalgic. I mean, it's like when you haven't seen a friend in a long time, right?
Yeah.
And you get back to it and you say, "Oh wow." It's like no time's passed almost.
Yeah, that's how it feels.
Yeah.
That's exactly you hit the nail on the
Because
head.
you guys, this is a community. It's community.
You're part of community.
Part of
You're a big part of community, guys.
Things have changed in the last
Nice
few
to
months.
see you
Yes,
again.
they have
You
indeed.
as
We have a
well.
new background.
What can I
So there's
help
that.
you with?
What do you have for
Master
sale?
C, you mentioned something like needles. I love needles.
Huh?
Hey,
What does that mean?
people love different things, alright? I love
We're able to stop.
cinnamon toast.
I love
I love sweet cinnamon sugar with butter on toast. That's delicious, right?
Yes, I can appreciate that.
I don't love needles.
No, I don't love needles. Needles give me the creeps.
Are you a sleeper build?
What's a sleeper build?
A sleeper build is someone who, when they wear their t-shirt, just a regular shirt, not like a tight-fitting shirt,
Not like
just
a muscle tee or
regular
anything.
tee, you wouldn't realise that they're actually
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
they're actually muscly. They actually have a good level of strength to them.
Okay.
You know, because they're not too big, they're not bulky.
Right,
They don't have
yeah.
giant arms
I've
when
heard
they're
this before.
bulking out of their shirt if it's not a tight fit.
I think it depends on whether the shirt is a tight fit or not. Well, actually, no.
No, that's the point of a sleeper build.
When you
The sleeper
were
build
big,
is you're just wearing
No.
a regular shirt,
Yeah.
and no one would know that you're ripped.
When you
or
were
in
at your
good shape.
biggest, no. There was no.
I wasn't a sleeper build.
There was no way to hide it. You know what?
If you look back at, I would probably say, the end from mid 2019 to the beginning of 20, or like
thereabouts.
March 20, April 20 to like March, April 19. You go through those videos. That was when I was getting towards like 185-ish in weight, but I was physically still pretty big. And I wasn't trying to cut at that point too much. I was just trying to maintain what I had. You're too close to the wall. Which wall?
Oh no, this wall is. He's not gonna bump it. I promise. Don't worry. Thank you. Though.
No, it's the blinds on this side.
He's not gonna bump it. Don't worry.
But yeah, at that point, that was the size I was then.
Yeah, he couldn't hide it.
Yeah.
He was sort of size because he's also quite tall. He's somewhere around.
No, I'm
6
not
foot.
tall. Thank you, very kind. I'm 5'11".
Right. So when I said stop. When I said somewhere around 6
No,
foot...
you can't claim.
I know. Did I say you were 6
you can't.
foot?
I would say I'm almost 6 foot.
You also have to remember,
right?
when you're not walking around barefoot, you've got this much of a heel
with
on your
shoes, I'd
regular
be
shoes.
6 foot,
so
yeah.
So when you're walking around...
No, but shall I tell you the problem? You can go with your point, which you were going to say. I'll tell you the issue. I saw a meme of this person who said, I'm 5'8", and I just met my girlfriend's new boyfriend, and somehow he's 6'3" and we're the same height.
What does that mean?
The boyfriend was actually 5'8" and he lied, and the girlfriend had no clue and didn't say anything.
Gosh.
Because she had no comp. She was like, "Oh, you're taller than me, and you're saying you're 6'3".
Yeah.
Right?
It's
crazy. So it's like, no.
Right.
Right, that's the thing. The most common like age on dating height on dating apps is like 6'1", 6'2", but only like 10% of people are 6 foot above.
Yeah, I understand that. That's funny.
It just gets me. So yeah,
my point was about this sleeper build malarkey is that when Narendra will be walking down the street with shoes on, of course, because no one walks down the street barefoot unless you're wild. He's also wild. He would be about as wide as a door, 6 foot, and he walks with like a purpose. He walks oddly slowly, Narendra. Either he's like dancing down the street, having a moment, or he walks at such a slow pace that if you didn't know him, he also wears a lot of hoodies with his hood up. He looks rather threatening, to be honest. He's a very large man walking Forgive me, at the time. He was a very large man walking at a slow pace with his hood up. And all you could see was just the bill of his cap just walking down the street. And if I didn't know him, I would cross the street. But then if you were to meet him, you'd be like, oh, he's an absolute lovely guy. But yeah, there was no hiding under a hoodie or a jacket. It would just make him look bigger. It would just make him look larger. It wasn't possible.
Not possible.
But these days, very different.
Yeah, much trimmer.
Much trimmer. Looking good though.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, looking good.
No Dragon Trainer. We are just in a corner of the house that was unused before. The dingy corner, as I call it now.
Dingy.
It's the only situation we have to make this work. So.
Yeah. We'll take what we can get.
Hey. It's not a bad thing. We still get to do this.
Yeah.
Still get to have fun with you guys once a week.
Let me jump on the broom.
Revelio.
See where...
I'd love to hit a gym sesh with you. Although the UK, as I've seen, is kind of freaky.
Freaky in what way?
Freaky, you know, there was a lot of stuff going on in the UK a few weeks ago, you know, all over the country, which only happened because there was like a really, really bad fake news story that got put out from a Asian country that isn't India and isn't Bangladesh, you know, and isn't Sri Lanka, and a South Asian country. Not Sri Lanka, not Nepal, you know, not Tibet, one of the other ones there, not Afghanistan either, country there in that region, that put out a fake news story that I hate saying the word fake news like that because you immediately put somewhere, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't.
But this person made a fake story, a fake post that the person who committed this heinous crime was of a certain heritage and ethnic background, and it was a lie, and that one post stoked weeks of civil unrest internationally in the UK, which is crazy. The fact that someone just throwing something out there from across the world
was
caused
able to
civil
do that.
unrest like that in the UK.
Rococo's saviour.
Mind-blowing.
It's good to see you again.
Mind-blowing.
It was.
Thank you for stopping by.
See, I thought you were referring to like gym culture. That's different in the UK.
I don't think so.
Yeah, which is why I was like, how? What do you mean? I really don't know where this last broom is.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, Dragon Trainer asked a question. He asked a food question.
A food question.
Tortilla breakfast wrap or oatmeal glazed breakfast cake?
Oatmeal glazed breakfast cake, like a crumble. It's like a crumble on top of a cake.
Sounds good.
I make a crumble cake.
Oh.
It's delicious.
Oh, I already got. I haven't eaten, so like that sounds real
You're
good.
feeling hungry.
But then again, a breakfast wrap, you get the protein, you get the eggs, you get the sausage, the bacon.
Don't know where this last.
Can I glaze the tortilla in like a sugar glaze?
What are you on?
So that way, the tortilla is like a little sweet as well.
14 out of
I think that's
15.
what I would do. I'd
Where
find a
is
way
this
around
last
it.
one?
French toast with bacon, ham, and sausage, or breakfast sandwich with cheese, bacon, and tomato. I'm going French toast. French toast with bacon, ham, and sausage. French toast!
You know what? Yes, I would agree with you.
French
I would
toast
agree
or a
with you.
breakfast sandwich? You have to go French toast.
French toast.
But you have to have some golden syrup with it,
Aromancer,
alright? Or some cinnamon toast.
Ember
Some
dash.
cinnamon toast sugar and stuff like that.
I'm gonna do a bit of a cheeky and look up where this last broom is.
Hey, you look it up.
Because I really want to find it.
A pizza burger is a burger that combines pizza and burger flavors and ingredients, often including pizza sauce, cheese, and pepperoni.
Oh, I love me some pepperoni.
Dragon Trainer coming out with facts now as well.
Oh,
Not
go
even
on.
questions. I like that. Do you guys have any questions for the chat?
Oh, have you seen film, TV wise, or read any books that you'd like to recommend? What? Now that can be things that you think we would enjoy, or things you just want to get our gauge on. Maybe you'll be like, oh no, they're gonna hate this, but I still want them to watch it anyway. Sometimes it's one of those, just to be like, I want to see what you're gonna say. Let me know. Let us know. I think. Is this last one from a task that we have yet to do?
I'm not sure. Would you
Do you
rather...
have any other questions?
I'm thinking about a question.
Oh, so you're thinking.
Would you rather give up cheese forever or give up chocolate forever?
I'd rather give up.
See, I don't like chocolate, but I'm also lactose intolerant.
But I do like cheese.
So,
But I like cheese.
so this is a really, really odd one.
See, chocolate. Sometimes there's a little bit of cocoa powder on a tiramisu. Doesn't mean that tiramisu's off the table.
No, just
But
cocoa
cheese,
powder's off the table.
But cheese, mascarpone.
Oh,
cheese.
is it also tiramisu?
Tiramisu
Oh.
can't have mascarpone.
Ooh.
Can't have mascarpone.
I suppose in that case, I'm
Chocolate.
getting rid of the chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took me 1
Yeah.
second.
Because I'll take the shits, right? With the
Take the
cheese.
tummy
If I
ache.
want the cheese, I'll take the cheese. Because if you want pizza, I want pizza.
I want pizza.
I'll take the poop.
But there are so many other desserts out there or sweet things that you don't need to have chocolate.
Yeah.
Didn't take long for me to just with one thing, tiramisu. That's the one that
Tiramisu is top tier. Let's not get it twisted. Tiramisu is top tier. I think I'd rather watch the movies than the books.
Oh.
Okay. Yes, now that we're in food, how was your diet back then? How many calories and protein? I'm full carnivore right now.
Oh really?
And the inflammation is non-existent.
You know what? I've read this.
Have felt this food since Oh right, so since you're a teenager, yeah. So
Yeah.
I back then when I was at 18, 19, 20, I was basically eating anything and everything. It was just consistent dirty bulk. Just not really in some way, but I'd always just eat whatever I wanted because when you're that age, you can get away with it. When I was about 22, 23, 24, I started focusing my diet a little bit more. So I was like paring back in some ways, but still in most cases eating whatever I so chose.
Hey,
Pete! Pete!
How you doing, my
Bladed
guy?
Shamrock!
Lovely to have you here. This guy.
I do think my diet now is probably the best it's been in terms of calorie consumption, in terms of macros, than it's ever been. I think it's the best it's ever been. When I look at the amount of protein that we're generally eating, it's low carb, it's high protein, it's not a lot of dairy, and dairy is obviously quite inflammatory as well, so we don't have that much dairy either. Vegetables, I eat some. Nonsensei isn't really too keen on the veggies. Fruits, I don't really touch very often. Like, I don't eat a lot of fruit at all. It's just wasteful sugar, and you can get the same or similar vitamins and micronutrients from vegetables instead if you want that. So the veg has less sugar and more water content in some cases, and is not going to give you any different other than a few micronutrients. So for now, it's high protein, low carb, low dairy, and veg essentially. Most days I'm probably clocking in anywhere from, on a low day, like 70 grams of protein, and on a high end maybe 110, 120. It does just depend on what we're able to get from the supermarket.
Yeah.
And when we're able to go and stuff like that. But somewhere between 70 and 110 or 120. And normally that'll work because the idea previously was you basically need 1 pound for every 1 gram for every kilogram.
You weigh.
That was the idea.
Yeah.
But now there was some research coming out that if you're working out, you probably need more like 1.5.
Oh, I read 1.2.
No,
1.
see, that's the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was Dr. Rhonda Patrick who came out and said it, and a couple other people said it as well. And it all came at the same time, so they were obviously looking at the same study. Said if you want to be building muscle, you're going to need at least 1.5, maybe even 2 grams per kilo. So if you're weighing 60 kilos, you're going to need, just for maintenance, at least 60 if you're going 1 gram, but in all likelihood maybe 90 for maintenance. And if you want muscle building, you're probably going to need closer to 120 if you're 60 kilos.
Yeah.
So that's just proportionate to that. So yeah, I think high protein is one of the most important things because it keeps you fuller for longer.
Yeah.
It's the building blocks for life, basically. You need to get that in you, and if you don't, you will literally deteriorate. I know many doctors who are absolutely at their wits' end with vegans.
Yeah.
Because they come in to my practice and they tell me I've got this problem, and then she finds out that they're vegan, and they say, "Why are you vegan?" "Oh, I believe that you should be trying to save the environment and save animals." And he's like, no, but you are not going to save yourself because you are malnourished, malnutritioned, you don't have enough protein in you, you have the wrong micronutrients, your vitamin B12 is off, all your other vitamins are down. And he's like, well, if you're not going to change your diet, I have to give you and prescribe you and make you go and get severe multivitamins because you are just deficient in almost everything.
Yeah.
And that is a conversation I've had with many doctors who are very pissed off with the vegan culture. The vegetarians, not so much. Like, they're like, well, they eat eggs still, they eat protein powder, milk, and dairy, so at least they're getting protein in that sense. pescatarians are like, hey,
Yeah.
at least do that, and then there's not really much of a problem. But most doctors I know have said you should be eating protein, aka meat, because it just allows you to build strength, to keep your energy up, and keep sustainable for longer. And that's just how the cookie crumbles. But don't take my advice for it. I'm not a doctor. Alright? Hands up. Alright? I'm not.
He's not.
I'm just telling you what doctors have told me. And
Yeah.
of course, there'll be a doctor out there who's an idiot who will say, no, everyone should be vegan.
No.
Everyone should be vegan. Opinions. And you can pick the opinion you want to go with.
Of course.
But the thing is, the opinions I'm going with are backed by science and fact, whereas the other opinions are backed by feelings.
See, this is also the problem. Sometimes you read studies and you look into who funded the study, and suddenly the outcome of the study makes a lot of sense.
Very
because
dubious.
the people who funded the study are lobbying for a certain thing, which then would allow the study's findings to really help them in a monetary gain.
Indeed.
I don't like that.
No,
I don't like
it should
that
be
at
very
all.
transparent.
It should be the most transparent. Yeah.
It really should be. I remember last year we were doing some stuff.
Really don't know where this last one is. I'm really unsure.
Is the stream all good?
And last Hogwarts Legacy got a
I believe so. We just got
Is
P2's
it?
comment.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay. I was just checking because for some reason it weren't working. I went, hang on, and 1 second, it ain't really working, but it's back. If it didn't go actually, it was just the phone that went. But the well, bloody hell, I'm gonna have to get up on this phone because this phone is no
Struggling.
bueno. Yeah.
Oh no. Where is this last broom? Rohan Prakash is over here. I'm really struggling to find this last broom. Are you struggling to find the internet?
I'm struggling.
Uh-oh.
This is a bad sign because if it's off on the phones,
It
that
means that this
that
is gonna start
This
to
is my
go.
own problem, but we'll go. All right.
It glitches for a bit, but it's okay, Pete said. No.
All right. Well, hopefully it won't get too bad. Please, please. What was I talking about before I thought the internet was going?
You were talking about the funding of studies, scientific
Oh,
studies.
right, yeah. I remember last year, it would have been earlier on in the year at this point, we were talking about this study that got put out in 2023, I think it was, beginning of, and it was the fact that the antidepressant industry just got rocked because this new paper came out and it was a multi-purpose study, and it had essentially, you know, when you have multivariate studies, this was like a mega study that compiled all the studies into one giant study. And they looked at it and said, so antidepressants don't actually do what they say they do. And the idea that depression is this situation where it's a lack of serotonin, and antidepressants help boost your serotonin levels, so it helps you get out of that mindset of depression. That's all false. And it was a lie, and it was known that it was a lie because when these researchers looked into the data that was done back in the 90s, which all this depression research has been done on over the last 30 years, it was based on a lie.
Yeah.
And the actual initial sourcing they did and the findings they had were fake. And they were made up, and they doctored images to make it seem like the serotonin was the cause and the effect. And it was like, no one knows this.
No.
But within a week, it was the most viewed medical paper of that year.
Yep.
Because people somehow got hold of it, and it had millions of reads and views on the, I think it was maybe UCL that did the study. And in my mind, it proved right what a lot of people have been thinking for a long time.
Yeah.
Which is, we don't really understand this, but antidepressants don't truly work. And they have almost the same effect as placebos.
Well, so this is the issue,
They said when you looked at it, the effect was almost the same on placebos versus the antidepressants.
So I think we have to understand how powerful a placebo, the idea of taking a pill that can solve your problems, is. It is, the brain loves to trick itself, and there's a reason why when you do trials like this and studies, they have to be a double blind, and the applicants can't know whether they're taking the real pill or the placebo, because otherwise the trial is worthless. The study does not matter, because the brain does a very good job. And the idea that billions of dollars, trillions of dollars has been made, and insurances have been paid out, and people have been taking pills that will have an effect on the body, but hasn't actually been having an effect on their brain and the way that they think, is kind of disgusting when you think about it.
Yeah.
That's the last broom.
You'll be thrilled with that broom.
It's not right.
It's not right. All of that looking was with Albie Bloomin' Weeks.
Albie Bloomin' Weeks. Better Call Saul, Invincible, Shogun are shows Peach recommends. We
Shogun
do have
is on
to
the
watch
list.
Invincible as well.
Invincible is on the list.
Better Call Saul, I don't know if I'll jump into it, because I watched Breaking Bad, and it was really good, like 10 years ago. But I don't know if... Better Call Saul is apparently great as well.
Yeah, people love that.
Some people say it's better
Yeah.
than Breaking Bad, but I can't believe that.
Can't. It's a strong word. I would agree with you, though. I'm just going to go and fight some people. Just get back into it, and then we can maybe help this last thing.
Atrulian said, I'm that oddball in the family that doesn't add cheese to pizzas. I'm actually the one who tends to remove cheese from the pizza. I need to be able to see the sauce clearly. Hey, you know, it is fair. You can have really great plain tomato-based pizzas.
You can.
You can.
You can.
It's called a marinara pizza.
Indeed it is.
Yeah. And it can be delicious
He's
because
correct.
you just got the sauce, you got some basil,
Yeah.
and you got the bread.
It's fresh. It's really refreshing. It's not heavy. Tastes good.
And that's the great thing about pizza. If it's fresh pizza with fresh dough,
Oh.
it's not going to bloat you.
Yeah.
You're not going to feel lethargic or heavy afterwards because it is fresh.
You know what? That's another thing. Having fresh pasta and not dried pasta that's been rehydrated, totally different experience.
Yeah.
Totally
Really,
different
really is.
experience. Truly. I highly recommend, if you're going to be having your carbs, try fresh pasta.
What to do?
Because it bangs.
Mm-hmm.
You feel good.
Would you rather eat pizza every day for a year or cheeseburgers every day for a year?
Pizza.
I would go with...
There's such variety with pizza.
I don't eat cheeseburgers because I don't really eat beef. But I wouldn't want to eat pizza every day because I gain a lot of weight by eating pizza every day. That's just the reality of it. So if I was to pick,
I'd
pick a chicken burger. I would eat chicken burgers every day for every meal. Maybe even pork burgers.
Oh, then again, pizza for every meal is just carbs.
That's what I said.
But then again,
You're gonna get a bit oversized.
you know, you say that, but you can just get a really meat-heavy pizza and just eat all of the meat and none of the base.
Yeah, it depends on the pizza you're getting.
It's like
as well.
you can have a burger and you can have all of the insides and not have the bread. I do that a lot these days.
Yeah.
I feel lighter for it. I feel better. I don't know. What would you pick?
I'm picking the burger.
No, I mean you guys.
Oh.
This guy thinks I'm only talking to him. Yeah, it's just the two of us here. Just the two of us. That's how I feel. I'm going to go to a big camp, because then I can take on lots of people. Where's the biggest camp? Where are the
Your
big
brain changes over
camps?
time because you're learning. You go to places, you see things you've never seen before. You go on vacation and when why?
One moment. Just
Uno
a
momento,
moment.
por favor.
Umo momento.
Umo momento.
Uno momento. That's a castle.
I thought you were going to say
Let's go.
arresto momentum.
I was waiting at Pete.
Were you waiting that?
I was all waiting. That's what I was doing. Let's go to this castle and see how many we have to take on. Because why not?
Alright, I'm asking a question, lads.
What's the question? What's the question?
Perhaps not the best place to be caught.
Okay,
alone.
well, I was going to ask a question, but it seems like I can't ask a question. I don't know why I can't, but I can't.
Uh-oh.
Peach said, still recommending God of War. Peach wants God of War.
Peachy knows it. These guys
Yeah,
are
a lot of people
inside.
agree
How
with
do
you
I
about
get
BCS
inside?
being better. I do agree with you, though, that Better Call Saul should be used as an
Easter, would you prefer Easter every day, Halloween every day, or Christmas every day? That's a tough one. if you say Christmas every day, it takes away what Christmas truly means.
Say Easter every day. It's all the same. I wouldn't want Halloween every day. It's like the Purge.
I think I'd just have it as it is. Let's just have them be their own sections and times of the year. But if you're forced to pick,
I think I would say Easter.
I
I
think I would
really
say
like
Easter
hot
as
cross
well.
buns.
I don't, but I would probably pick Easter as well.
I think also then you'd have an air of hopefulness all year round, you know?
Revelio.
I will hit the Revelio, my boy. I absolutely will. Where? Oh, battle. Do I go to a battle arena? I feel like it's going to use all of my... You know what? Let's go for a battle arena then.
Would you rather eat the most sour fruit or the spiciest chili?
Sour fruit. Oh, actually, no, I'd get a really bad sore throat, but spiciest chili is going to make my tummy hurt.
I'd get acid attacks from both of them, so...
Sour. We'll go super sour.
I'll go sour. Sour fruit. Yeah.
Chili is just... No. No. I used to be able to eat a lot of chili and get away with it.
The B-Man said, cutting
do that
out
anymore.
carbs was huge for me. The pain disappeared. What's your favourite fat sauce?
Butter.
Yeah, probably.
I would say butter.
Yeah.
I really...
I've come around on butter. You
I
know,
used
for
to
years they
hate
used to say,
butter.
don't eat butter, it's
Yeah.
bad for you. You know, eat margarine. That was being pushed
That was being pushed.
for years and years.
Eat
Everyone
margarine.
be using fake
Can't
butter
believe
margarine.
it's not butter and all those lines. It's like,
Oh,
no.
wow, all this is
But then you
coming
actually
out
taste
now.
something made with butter and you go,
This is
oh, the
delicious.
flavour is next level.
Yeah, the
It
savouriness,
tastes so
the
good.
nuttiness. Yeah,
And
it's
like,
delicious.
Yeah, don't try and pull the wool over my eyes. As long as I'm not eating actual pounds of butter, it's fine.
Yeah.
Right? If you're, all you eat is butter, then fine, maybe you might have an issue. But even then,
Yeah, I don't really cook in lard, but I'll cook in butter.
I would be willing. We do sometimes cook in duck fat.
But that's like once
That's
or twice
once
a year
in a
when we
while.
have,
It's not
we have
common.
it.
I'd much rather cook in a...
A lot of people say that you can cook in lard. It's really, really good for you.
Yeah.
Because it's animal fats.
It's
you know?
animal fats. Your body is trained to break them down in comparison to vegetable fats, which have to be processed to break them down. Oh gosh. Oh, that's a big boy.
Oh, Black with Unicorn doesn't have any difficulty options. Oh, so it basically just ups the
I just
levels
got-
as you're going through.
I just got a troll with one of my Kadabra.
You're level 40.
I know, but still, continue.
No, I'm saying that's probably why Black with Wukong would be difficult, because like there's no changing of the difficulty of the game, and it just increases exponentially, essentially. So that makes it a bit difficult and not fun. Oh, Pete said the same thing. I would choose neither if that's an option, but if not, then Easter every day. Pete said the same thing, yeah.
Similar line of thought there.
Dragon Trainer asks, white rice with vegetables and pork chops or mashed potato with gravy and steak. See, something I've found is that potatoes are a very intense source of carbohydrates. But if you have cold potatoes,
Yeah.
it doesn't affect your sugars in the same way, and it doesn't affect your blood in the same way as when you have potatoes that are warm. Which seems ridiculous, like that makes a difference, but it really does.
It does.
There have been mega studies on it, and it shows that if you have cold potatoes, it doesn't affect your insulin levels in the same way to which hot potatoes do.
Well, it's kind of similar to how if you have toast from bread that was frozen, it affects you differently to fresh bread
Right,
that's been made into
okay, I didn't know
toast.
that.
Your insulin levels don't spike as much.
Okay,
Yeah.
didn't know that. I learned something new.
Love it. Bit of a fact of the day there.
The B-Man said, I'm straight up going for £1 per pound, and I'm gaining the fastest in my life. Hey, that's great stuff.
Do you feel good?
It's great. He's eating a pound of protein per gram per pound. That man's eating protein every meal, as he should be.
As you should be.
As you should be. I think Robert Downey is vegan now. Pete, he was vegan. He actually stopped being vegan because he was getting super unhealthy, and then the vegans kind of tried to cancel him.
They did, if I
The
remember
vegans
correctly.
tried to get RDJ because he stopped being a vegan. Who else was it? Anne Hathaway did the same thing.
Yeah.
They tried to get Anne Hathaway because she stopped being a vegan because the doctor was like, "What have you done?" Because like you were perfectly healthy on all your vitals and
Yeah.
all your numbers.
Well,
and
I
she
think-
said, I'm a vegan now." He said, Stop it.
Yeah.
You're
Anne
half of what
Hathaway,
you were.
she said that she went to the doctor because she said, I'm feeling really... Well, actually, yeah, I've become a vegan. He was like, well, that's it. Your vitamins are off the charts low. Change it. Go back. It doesn't suit everyone, does it? In fact, it probably, think about it, probably doesn't suit most people.
Yeah.
Gone.
Is the internet better now? Actually, yeah.
Yes, it is.
The internet is. We had this like kind of booster put on through the house, so it has better access overall. Because when we went upstairs, there'd be no internet.
Yeah.
We'd have to be hotspotting our phones on our computers upstairs because it was that bad. So yeah, the internet is definitely all around secure there. Get an iPad to read the comments instead of using the phone. That is valid. That is valid. But I don't have an iPad, and I don't want to buy one. Victory!
I don't know what my previous number was, but this wasn't bad. We returned to
16 out of
Highlands.
16. You got all of them got.
That was just in that wave. I feel a bit more confident now. Nice. I think there was a question about banana pudding.
Oh.
I heard the word banana pudding interspersed with the action from this.
Atrulian said Better Call Saul is not better than Breaking Bad. It's much slower, but it's the best prequel I've seen.
Do they do very good character work then? I imagine they would. They wrote characters very well for that show. Victory! That's when I hear the word victory, that's how I hear it in my head.
Oh, Peach said I'm on the Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad.
Ooh, different team.
I feel like the studios making spin-off shows prequels needs to use Better Call Saul as a lesson on how to do it perfectly.
Nice.
What about it makes it better for you, Peach, than Breaking Bad? Because Atrulian said that he thought it was slower as a show and the pacing was slower, and that's something that made it worse for him. But what makes it better for you?
Good question, Narendra. Very good question.
Tropical oatmeal pudding or cherry almond smoothie.
Hey, they came to an understanding. Atrulian said, yeah, a lot of people agree with you about Better Call Saul being better. I do agree with you, though, that Better Call Saul should be used as an example for others doing the same to learn. What question would you like to ask us? Would you like it to be winter all year round or summer all year round?
I don't love either option, to be honest.
That's why it's a polarizing question.
The characters are more layered and the writing has improved from Breaking Bad era. Saul Goodman is a more layered character than Walter White. Better Call Saul definitely did characters excellently. But you gotta wait before you understand them. You may switch sides all the time, WH. I need the fall dude.
How's the back? Pete said. The back improved. Brought up early in the stream. Shoulders improved. They were doing great. Good rehab. And then I messed them up this week.
Mop it.
So there's that. It's not great.
Not
but
great.
It'll get better in another few months' time, I'm sure.
Took months.
Took months. A lot of work. And when you're an idiot and you get goaded into doing something you shouldn't do, it's your fault.
Mop it.
Yeah.
Can't blame anyone else.
No. I can, but it would be cheap of me to do so.
It would be a cheap shot.
Because I'll be like, oh, they were saying, oh, you can do it, you should do it, do it. And I was like, no, I shouldn't. I said no like 5 times, and eventually I was like, I'll do it.
Oh, go on then.
Precisely. Yeah.
Bye-bye. Where are these bad guys? Hello, bad guys!
Dragon Trainer said, pasta with chicken and garlic bread or lasagna with parmesan cheese. I'll have to go with the pasta with chicken. The garlic bread I'll leave. But it has to be fresh pasta. And then I'd probably munch that down.
Yes.
Dragon Trainer said he hates spiders.
I also hate spiders.
Sensei not the biggest fan of spiders either.
Disgusting.
Whenever non-sensei says Muppet, I hear arrow code below.
Oh, Peach said, and yeah, another reason why not to play Wukong is Dragon Trainer would hate a certain portion of the game. I think non-sensei would as well.
No, I don't want to be. Remember there was that portion where I had to take on all those spiders and I was literally jumping out of my seat?
Aragog.
Fare thee well.
Aragog. King of the Arachnids. Though the body may fade, the soul lives on.
We are just... We're so sad. I think, you know what? I don't think so. I think we're cool.
Oh look, he's on the floor.
Oh, you're not going to save him though, is
What's
it?
he doing down there?
What you doing down there?
Oh, well, I got Avada Kedavra.
What you doing Avada Kedavra for?
Come on then.
Oh, come on then. Love a bit of Stan Shumpike.
Cheesecake or banana pudding? Cheesecake. Cheesecake is like the ultimate. I'm gonna say this, and it's not disparaging at all. Alright, it's the ultimate fat person dessert, and I love it. And I love it.
It's quintessentially American, so you're right.
It's unbelievable, right? You get all the fat, all the sugar, all the everything you need. It's like the most decadent dessert that will get you to pound it on very quickly.
Yeah, he's right.
It's like the fats, the carbs, the sugars. Wow.
It's a bit of everything, really.
Tropical oatmeal pudding or cherry almond smoothie? Probably cherry almond smoothie. Go with that. Peach said the characters are more layered and the writing has improved from Breaking Bad. Saul Goodman is more of a layered character than Walter White and does a lot of things amazingly. He always was a standout point from Breaking Bad, wasn't he? Whenever Saul came on, he's like a firecracker. You know, he really adds a lot of flair and charisma to a scene. And that's Bob Odenkirk. Actually, he was in a great movie. That movie, it was called Nobody.
Nobody.
We watched that.
It was good.
And it was a really, really fun movie. Very heavy.
It was heavy, but it was
And
very well
the
done.
amount of silly shit that was in it was insane. But it was really, really fun.
It was a brilliant film.
The B-Man said, I need the full dude. Yeah, I think if I was to pick summer or winter, I would pick winter.
I would also pick
But then
Winter.
again, I now have joint problems because I'm getting old. When you
No,
guys
joint
get old,
aches.
you know, you'll notice the winter doesn't feel as good. When I was 15, I'd run outside in shorts and a t-shirt, and it would be snowing outside. It would be like, why are you doing that? And I'd say, I'm not feeling cold. And all the adults would say, I'm feeling cold. Go and
Put something on, because I'm feeling cold looking
Now
at you.
I'm that person. So maybe I'd actually choose summer.
I disagree.
You'd choose winter.
In winter, if it's cold, you can wrap up. Because winter, if it's cold, you can hopefully pop on the heating.
Mhm.
In the summer, you can't get away from hay fever. And hay fever destroys me.
Yeah, but you know what? I found over the last few years I've not been taking the hay fever tablets.
Yeah, and you've been sneezing
And
and throwing your throat out from the sneezing.
That's completely ridiculous. That's completely ridiculous. That happened once.
Once is one too many.
Yeah, it happened once. It's not that much.
You've already got a weak throat. More likely to happen again. Oh, I forgot I could do that. It's a good one. I would
Where
say...
are you even going?
I was just fighting some people
Trying to
get
figure
some
out where you were.
practice. I'm in the mine. Not the mine,
Not the
Moria.
Moria.
So what happens when you spend too much time with siblings, boys?
You know, sometimes you gotta go and see cousin Balin.
My cousin Balin?
Oh no!
Oh, so sad. So sad. Rest in peace, Balin.
Peer pressure, the breaker of backs.
Yeah,
Yes.
indeed.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, it gets you. It really does.
It really is. There we go.
Whenever Nonsensei says Muppet, I hear Arkatov.
A castle.
Arkatov.
You know, from the
Must
Muppets.
have been quite stately in
Must be
its
from the
time.
Muppets.
Which one is that? The one of the Russian ones?
The name like Archetype, I bloody well hope so.
I don't know.
Nor do I. I'm just making an educated guess. Ooh, you're a big boy. Wow, that's
Oh,
great.
sorry. There's a channel called Araco TV,
Ah, I
and it's
see.
like a man on the street interviewing channel. I guess he must be British,
Does he use the word
and
Muppet
he
a
must
lot?
use the word Muppet.
Muppet, pillock, plank,
Melt,
melt.
melon.
You're an absolute melt. Sometimes you meet someone and you're walking away like, melt. What a melt.
No, Araco TV is a British YouTuber. Lol.
British YouTuber, there we
There you go.
Called it.
I looked it up, found it. Real time learning.
Real time learning.
Mixed berries and banana smoothie or strawberry green tea smoothie. Mixed
Strawberry
berries
green
and
tea.
banana. I don't love the bananas, but
Where are the bad
you know,
guys?
I'll take it once in a while.
That's going to come back to bite you, that. Farm bite.
Bananas, no, they don't come.
Let's go take these on. Might as well.
There's a part in Wukong, Blacksmith Wukong, where you get chased by literally millions of spiders.
No thanks. I'm alright, thanks.
Wow. That's so cool. Nonsensei would not love that at all. She wouldn't be the biggest fan of it, let's just say that.
I know you don't balk
Peanut
at
butter
dark
split
arts.
smoothie or raspberry vanilla smoothie. Raspberry vanilla. Get me a raspberry ripple.
Raspberry Ripple.
Raspberry ripple.
I
It's a
love
British
a
ice
raspberry
cream
ripple.
flavour that is like nowhere else in the world. And essentially, it's vanilla ice cream, and it has this raspberry like
Ripple.
sorbet almost running through it. It's like a sugar. Have this like raspberry ripple of raspberry running through the raspberry ripple,
It's a classic flavour.
and it's delicious. Some people
Most
say
delicious.
it tastes like poop, but
No, those people are wrong. Who says that?
I've had it. And someone said this
Back for
tastes
more.
like actual.
Some just ended.
I'm like, is that just a raspberry? I don't know.
We have just been serving this way.
Wrong.
So what kind of TV shows have either of you been getting into? I need some ideas, and if you're looking for a new show, Bad Monkey with Vince Vaughn is sick AF.
Bad monkey.
Um,
Alrighty. Can we give it our best? Hit up another one of these.
in terms of shows, we've not really been watching a lot, actually.
I recently started watching Attack on Titan.
Oh, right.
Shingeki no Kyojin.
Mm-hmm.
I've finished season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Loving it.
But I am now glad
Loving
that
it.
the
Glad I
2000
finally got back into it, to be completely honest.
Right.
I watched the first season and a half, like when it came out, and then I thought, I don't have the energy to wait all this time, so I'll just drop it and eventually I'll pick it back up. But now it's finished, I picked it back up and I'm really loving it. Highly recommend if you can get through the animation gore.
Oh, I would recommend, what was it, Kaiju number 8. We
Oh,
watched that,
Kaiju number
finished
8
it like
slaps.
2 months ago, a month and a half ago. That was great.
We got through that very quickly for us.
Yeah, it was like probably a month and a half we got through it. Really, really good show.
Wait, what was that?
It had like an element of My Hero Academia to it, but a little more adult.
Yeah.
chicken wings fries with dried pepper.
I do love Boku no Hero Academia
Yeah.
because, well, we only stopped watching it because we realised it wasn't finished and we went, no, we're getting through this. We got through the first 3 seasons in the space of like 6 weeks.
No, it was like 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it must have been. It
Yeah,
must have been
it wasn't
about
that- it wasn't
one a
that
month
short.
we were doing, which is very quick for us. But we thought, because it's only 23-ish minutes an episode, we can do one a day effectively. We were loving it. It was great.
Yeah, and then we realised, oh, the show isn't actually finished yet, and then we're going to run out
There's
of
still at least
episodes.
2 seasons left.
So we said, no, we'll just wait, and then we'll watch it once it all comes out over the space of a few months. So yeah, that's why we stopped watching My Hero Academia.
It's the only reason. We
But
were
it was
loving
really,
it.
I
really
know
good.
Morgan was
Pete said, live in the Middle East.
The beast is
So
safe now.
summer is literally like living in the sun.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go winter.
Smart move.
See, when you have something, you want the other thing, right?
Yeah, of course.
Chicken wings with McDonald's French fries and soda, or double cheeseburger with Wendy's French fries and Sprite.
I've never tried Wendy's.
Never tried Wendy's, so I think I have to go McDonald's.
I think he's right. He's out of line, but he's right. That's how I feel.
Pete said there's a store towards the right of my house. I went there to get some ice cream, got back. It only took a couple minutes to get back home, and the ice cream already became liquid. It's that hot.
That's really sad.
So you had a milkshake?
You got, yeah?
Yeah?
Look on the
It's
bright
okay.
side. I'm so lucky.
Yeah? Take the
Take what
blessings,
you can
right?
get.
I guess.
I went to McDonald's yesterday and got a limited
Pete
time
says, so
unlimited
if you're level
fries
40, are you
and
close to the cap? Is 40 the
40
cap?
is the cap.
40 is the cap.
I am this close to 40 and I can't wait. But as we've gone up in the levels, it's gotten more difficult to go up in levels. I'm going to take on some of these.
Indy, go left.
Left?
Turn back, turn around the other way. Turn back.
Yeah, there's a person there.
Oh, I thought I saw like tentacles moving.
No tentacles. Just, toads.
I thought maybe they'd incorporate the Watcher in the water or something.
No. That's wrong.
You're just going all the way to Lord of the
wrong
Rings.
mythos there. Oh, one more. Hello.
There's a new Sonic movie in December. There is. We haven't seen Sonic 2 though, so we're gonna have to watch that one first. Which is why we didn't react to the trailer for Sonic 3.
Yeah, because we haven't got the
Sonic 2.
context from Sonic 2.
Trillion said, for me, summer just ended, but today I think it's hotter than any day of summer all this year. We've just been sweating and sweating.
Ooh.
Where are you about, a Trillion?
Yeah, where are you about?
Where are you about? Where are you from?
Of course, you do not.
No,
you're not obligated
I'm not saying,
to tell us.
Do not give us a
Personal
location.
information.
Do not give us a address.
If you're not comfortable
What
providing
country?
personal information, you don't have to. Boy.
What country are you from? Is what I was asking more specifically. That's probably an easier way of doing it than getting doxxed.
Exactly.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. None of that.
Pete said random, but I'm now glad God of War 2018 didn't win the poll for the next game. Wow, what changed your mind? Dragon Trainer said double cheeseburger with cheese fries and iced tea, or spicy chicken wings, fries with Dr. Pepper. I do like me a Dr. Pepper. And spicy chicken wings or fries sounds good, so I'm gonna go with that.
What's the last one?
Peach said, luckily I live in a house with very good central AC, so I never feel hot here, but as soon as I walk out it's burning. It's so funny that in hot countries they have central AC, and in cold countries we have central heating.
Interestingly enough though, here in the UK, there are more and more people installing AC as well as central heating, because the summers are getting very hot, and the houses have always been built for the cold, with carpets, thick curtains, thick brick that holds in the heat.
Indeed.
So in the summer when it's hot, it's baking.
Yeah, it gets real heavy inside, and everyone's saying we want to use fans, but the fans then also cause problems as well, because it's like dust being thrown about the place.
This is Trillion. For a second there I got worried, my guy. Let's not make jokes like.
Oh, Pete said I actually just finished Kaiju number 8 yesterday.
How did you like it?
It's sort of like One Punch Man mixed with My Hero Academia. So we were on the right line. We actually need to watch One Punch Man. Should we download it?
I downloaded a couple episodes and we never got round to it.
This thing now, you guys asked what TV you've been watching. We've been watching almost nothing for months.
We're
But
going through a couple of internet issues.
we've now started downloading stuff. The great thing that you can do.
When we have the internet, we download things onto our phones so that we can AirPlay it effectively.
Yeah. To a TV.
Television.
Yeah. So now we can
Smart
actually
move,
start
really.
watching stuff. I think it's going to be very anime heavy. A lot of
Yeah.
stuff we're going to be watching.
You know what? I love that though, because anime is such a great medium. It does make me happy to see how more and more people are willing to watch anime. Because for a long time in the West, the concept of anime was you're a nerd, you're weird, you're a weeaboo, you're obsessed with Japan. Or you're a kid watching a kids show, because animation in the West generally is kids cartoons.
Yeah.
But anime is just a medium. It's an animation is what it stands for.
That's all it is.
And when you look at the shows that are being produced, a lot of these are not made for kids. Like,
they are adult.
not at all.
Attack on Titan is not a children's show.
It is not a children's show.
No.
Can I jump off up here? Yay, I can.
Pete says Wendy's fries are the best.
Are they really?
Never tried it.
I love McDonald's fries, personally. I adore. It makes me so sad. We don't have McDonald's these days much, but you know, there was a time where we would. Sometimes when we would pick up McDonald's, unfortunately, someone would have previously ordered McDonald's fries with no salt, and then we would end up with fries with no salt, and I'd be so disappointed.
Yeah. You need the salt on that fries.
You need to.
On those ones, you need the salt. Purity Rising said, I went to McDonald's yesterday and got a limited time bundle with 2 of each. Fries, McNuggets, and cheeseburgers. You ate good.
That sounds yummy.
Yeah. I'm hungry. I actually not just for that one, like, but I'm on that point of saying probably need to match something. But I'm gonna have to wait an hour. Trillian said, Peach, I'm jealous of you, though it rarely ever is hot where I live, so we seldom need AC.
I do need salt.
Dragon Trainer said, I love melted ice cream.
I also love melted ice cream. It's ice cream is one of those things. If I knew it wasn't going to affect me in a negative way, I would drink ice cream.
Well, that's the issue.
Melted,
Peach
which
said,
is why I don't.
Peach said it was a packet, so it was melted and dripping everywhere.
Oh,
I was barely able to drink it.
I shouldn't laugh. It just sounds funny.
Pecan pie cheesecake or raspberry cheesecake?
Pecan pie
cheesecake. Pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Pecan
Pecan pie.
pie.
Anything. Pecan pie.
I tried pecan pie not too long ago for the first time, and it was like a life-changing experience. You think I'm joking? Oh, I'm not joking. Where are the bad guys here? I can hear them. I cannot see them, which means they don't exist.
Snickers cheesecake or pumpkin cheesecake? I'd go with either of them. I think if I was to eat one every day, I'd go. If I was to eat one every day, I'd go Snickers. But I'd probably prefer the pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yeah. He thinks it through. I like it a lot.
Do you guys have a
Where are the
question
bad
for
guys?
each other? Huh.
No, I talk to him all the time, so he always answers my questions.
Yeah, we basically spend like almost
All of our
the
time
together. All our free time is together, basically. So that's the thing with when you guys get us on video. It's not like, oh, we've just come to see each other, and
No, we spend all of our
it's like,
time together.
oh no, we're always on.
We're always together.
And it's like when the camera's on and we're recording a video, it's just it's just
The
up, the
handy
camera's on,
camera there.
and we're just there chatting.
Indeed.
So I think that makes it kind of viable and sustainable.
I think so
Because
too.
it would just be completely ridiculous if it wasn't the case. Imagine,
Yeah.
like,
Can
we're
you
popping
imagine if-
over and like,
Yeah.
come on, we gotta go make a video now.
Oh, I haven't even said
We've gotta
hi to
make a
me,
video,
or-
let's
yeah.
go.
Sometimes it's like that. On days where I really don't want to film, I'm like, oh, I don't want to have to do this. And he's like, come on then. And I go, all right.
Everyone needs some cajoling sometime. Once,
Yeah, of course.
2-3 times a year, I need cajoling.
Yeah. Exactly.
How it is.
I'm doing another battle arena. I think today we're going to do battle arenas, and then the next stream we're going to finish it. I think this is the practice I needed. Where are the bad guys? Hello, bad guy.
Oh, Trillion does live in Norway.
I'm gonna enjoy this. Time to teach someone a lesson.
Ribeye steak or southern fried chicken? Southern fried chicken.
Southern Pride.
You Crucio then?
Yes.
Crucio! I never liked the way Voldy said Crucio. You know, the way he threw it out there. It was like he was playing a game, but then it kind of fits, doesn't it?
That is exactly.
Sorry if you hear a like warbling noise, that's the boiler.
The boiler is right above us.
Yeah.
It's cool to have many people fight on the field.
Sorry. Pete says, would you have been more frustrated if you started that game after finally waiting a year, and then you take a 5-month break after like playing it for a few hours?
You can
You'll regret crossing this.
No, you're talking about Kingdom Hearts.
I
'cause
think
that's
so.
what happened there. That was pretty annoying. That was. It was almost feels like a waste of time that we started the game. The fact that we stopped it after like 3
Yeah.
or 4 weeks. It probably would have been best if we hadn't even started it, and then started it, you know, once we restarted playing again.
Yeah.
But at that point, I was like, no, we can continue. We can push through. We can still stream.
Mm-hmm.
And then once it just got too unrealistic at the time, I was like, okay, we can't do this anymore. It doesn't make sense. There's no time to do it.
Yeah.
We don't have the energy to do it as well at that point. So it's what it is.
But we're here now.
Yeah. Pete said, I haven't been watching movies and shows much recently. I'm in my gaming era right now. And you're probably enjoying it even more because it's interactive storytelling.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You are part of that story. You are the story. You are the main character.
Yeah.
Would you rather travel first class everywhere but only stay in 2-star hotels, or stay in 5-star hotels but fly in a middle seat in the economy? That's an interesting one, Dragon Trainer. I'm gonna have to think about that for a minute. So traveling first class, only stay in 2-star hotels. So when you're actually traveling, it's great. But when you're in where you're going to be staying, it's a dump. Or you travel economy, but you can stay in 5-star hotels. Now, we've travelled in business class once in our life, and it's because we got a free upgrade. Because our sister pulled some magic on the attendant.
It really was magic.
Right? With that, I would say it was a horrible flight, a business flight, because I was like a bit sick.
He wasn't feeling well.
Yeah, which didn't help. But you and her had a great time.
I did.
I would say I would prefer economy flights and 5-star hotels instead of first class flights and 2-star hotels. Because like you're going to be there for a week, 2 weeks. You know, Peach isn't saying how long the trip is. The trip might be 3 weeks. The trip might be 2 days.
Oh, you're a big boy.
You know?
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I can appreciate that.
You just attack those spiders. That was like 79.
It's going to be gone in a second.
Pete said, well, given how crap Western entertainment has gone, anime is all we have left. It's true. Actually, amazingly, we were in a NarendraTheComic video.
Yeah.
That was big.
It was huge.
Yeah.
It took me by great surprise.
Yeah, it was actually hilarious. Seeing my
Oh,
sensei's
gosh!
reaction to it was insane. And then NarendraTheComic actually commented on the video we made about NarendraTheComic. So it was like, wow, double trouble. And right now, all these like common sense individuals who talk about movies are seemingly attemptedly getting cancelled online by idiots who have no idea about story or functionality of character, and just say that you're bad if you don't like this, or you're wrong if you think this is shit storytelling because it's a strong character in this certain aspect or this certain way that's an unchangeable characteristic. It's dark. It really is. But some people have a platform and some people don't, and some people are jealous of other people's platforms because they've been able to garner an audience and build a community and have that level of success. And people are annoyed that people they don't like get that success. I view it as, hey, even if I don't like you, I acknowledge and appreciate your success.
It must have taken a lot of...
I don't know how you did it.
Yeah.
If I think you're a shithead and you're bad at what you do, I don't know how you did it. so there has to be a level of respect for it. That's just the way I see it. I mean, that's just some of it. And in most cases, there isn't such a thing as an overnight success. You know, it takes years to get to that point. But people only see the finished art or the end product. But then occasionally people skirt the system and somehow get into it. Within 2 months, it's like, wow, how did this person come out of nowhere? It's like, no, they literally came out of nowhere. I don't know where they came in from, but they came in from somewhere. Pete says, speaking of anime suggestions, I'll say give Parasite the maximum. Didn't we have that up?
I have it downloaded.
We did, didn't we? Is that on Netflix?
No, it's on Crunchyroll, I believe. But Parasite, I think there was a Netflix adaptation made. But I think it was in Korean. There was a show called Parasite on Netflix.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, I remember we saw the trailer for it, where that person's face turned into like a tentacle-esque thing. Is that the same IP or not?
The B-Man said, "You're right. Pecan Pie is an enlightening experience.
It's elite.
Yeah,
truly,
it really is.
It is elite.
There are very few things that compare with Pecan Pie. Very few.
Very few. Maybe a pistachio croissant could.
No, I don't even think so. I think Pecan Pie
croissant.
is better.
What about that pistachio bun we had recently?
We had a pistachio bun.
It was. I would call it life changing.
It was delicious.
It was so good. We've been loving pistachio for years, but now it's become more mainstream. There's a lot more pistachio-based goods available. I'm very happy to see it because there was a drought. We were having to search around to find.
Go to random European shops and then be
like,
something.
There's a pistachio
like,
thing
wow,
here. Okay, let's
we'll
go.
Try that.
Yeah, that's exactly. Let's go here and fight some bad guys.
Bad guys.
Some dark wizards.
Dark wizards.
Dark magician.
Well,
kind of. But I'm technically a dark magician girl. Am I not?
Well, I guess.
I know.
I guess.
Let's go to this camp. Hello!
I've been before you were born.
A Dragon Trainer asked, chicken and fish sandwich with onion rings and McCafe caramel latte, or a quarter pounder with cheese and nuggets and a McCafe French vanilla latte.
Tell me the first one.
I know what
again.
you're going to say.
No, I didn't hear.
Chicken and fish sandwich with onion rings and McCafe caramel latte, or a quarter pounder with cheese and nuggets and a McCafe French vanilla latte.
First one.
Yeah? You want the McFilio fish and the McChicken sandwich?
I love a fillet fish.
Yeah.
But my only qualm with the fillet fish is that
they've got real small now.
Well, so that's it. The patty itself has always been small. It's gotten smaller. The bun is elite. It's not bread. Like, I know technically it probably couldn't be considered bread, but it's bread-like. But in the UK, the Filet-O-Fish, now, it used to have one full slice of American cheese. Now it's half.
That's just crazy to me. It's crazy.
The actual fish patty is maybe this big. And now there's half a slice of cheese. It's like, no, it's already a small patty. I understand. You cut down on the cheese slices, you're saving millions. It's like when Norwegian Air or something stopped giving almonds.
Yeah.
And they made
peanuts.
Forgive me.
They removed one peanut
from
like,
each
per
bag,
packet or something,
and
they saved a few million
pounds. I believe that's why, shrinkflation. Give me the whole slice of cheese.
Yeah.
Don't pretend like that's a whole slice of cheese. It's not.
You're just lying.
Am I in too deep to be able to tell you?
A little bit. I'll tell you. Peach said, I'm stuck on Black Myth Wukong for like a week now. Mm-hmm. I'm still having fun though.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah. Oh, wow. Look. What is the purpose of that? Using a Wingardium Leviosa to paint and use your wand, even though you might as well just use the paintbrush.
Now that's an upgrade.
Yeah, that's confusing.
I don't like American cheese, but the Filet-O-Fish, it needs American cheese. Okay? It needs it.
McFlurry with Oreo cookies or McFlurry with M&M candies? Can I put? Can I the Oreo and
the Oreo McFlurry? Thanks.
Don't tend to eat Oreos anymore.
No, not really.
Or M&Ms.
Or M&Ms.
They both
actually
do silly things. with their marketing.
Yeah, I wasn't loving.
Ice cream with peanuts and rainbow
Where is the bad
sprinkles.
guy?
Pretty confused stuff, but if I was having McFlurry, I'd probably like both of them. I'd be cheeky and say, can I have a bit of both? Can I have half of each?
Have half and half. Give me a
But
half portion.
They do it. They don't do that because they just have like one, like
Scoop.
basically, yeah.
Aha. More bad guys.
The Beam Man said, "Are you guys in London? Wherever you are, do you generally feel safe where you live?" Now I'm a bloke. I'm a bloke, so I feel my answer is probably going to be different to non-sensei's.
Probably.
But I would say 15 years ago, London was a very safe place in my mind. My parents wouldn't mind me being out as a teenager, most times, an older teenager. I think in the last 5 years, London has got systemically worse.
Yeah.
More dangerous, more rowdy, less friendly.
Well, even this week, they've upped the petty theft amount in Britain from like £100 to £200.
Yeah.
So that's to say, if a store is being robbed and there is just under £200 worth of goods being stolen, they've said don't call the police because we're not going to come out unless it's more than that.
Yeah.
What that does is encourage theft.
Yeah.
Why pay for the good when you can just nick it?
Yeah.
That's what that says. And you can't sustain a society by allowing people to flout the rules and bending the rules just so that you can say, well, technically, thefts have gone down because no
we're
one's
not
calling the police.
reporting it, right? That's why they've done it. That's why that idiot has done it, because it means that it won't get logged in the same way on their system. But at the end of the day, the thing doesn't matter. Which, in some ways, you're right. You know, if it's a tiny thing someone's taking, to a lot of people it wouldn't matter. To the shop owner it matters. But beside that, it causes a problem where if you see someone stealing £150 worth of stuff and you're in the shop buying something, you're saying, wait, why am I paying for this?
Yeah.
This person's just stealing it and just walking out the door with no ramifications for their actions.
Why should you
Why
pay?
am I
Yeah.
on the hook for paying for it? I should just take it as well.
I should take it, shouldn't I?
And there's
That's
people
what
like us
will
who's
think.
paring down our spending.
Yeah.
Spending less.
And a lot
trying
of people
to get by.
are. A lot of people are. In the past few years, they've been paring down their spending because income hasn't been great and inflation's gone up. It's like, oh, I guess I can't afford to do that anymore. And then thievery is now, I guess, okay. In fact, some people would say it's acceptable these days.
In fact, they'd say it's your right to do it.
Well, you should be able to steal, but then what happens when the shop owner says, I've had to close the shop because I can't afford to take all these losses? Your insurance will pay for it. Yeah, but then the insurance will go up and then I won't be able to afford insurance. It means I'm going to have to close my store.
Yeah. But people don't think that, right? People are stealing from those stores and saying, look at all the products they have. They're rich. It's like,
Doesn't
no.
work like that.
They're working on the margins.
I just got myself
They're
before
working on the margins of their products. They might be making between 7 and 15% if they're lucky in gross margins from their sales. The stuff they have is sunk cost. They have to sell it to make a profit on it.
Yeah.
But people don't understand that because they don't understand basic business or basic economics. And you can't argue with these people. You can't. Because they don't care to understand that that shop owner you just stole that from isn't doing incredibly well. Some are. Some people who are shop owners make an entire empire out of owning shops. And they own 15 shops in a local area. And they're doing great. And they've worked incredibly hard and have countless sleepless nights and 24-hour days with their inventory.
Yeah.
That's the risk of it. Like the time and the effort and the money input they've put in. And people just don't care.
They don't.
They just don't.
Yeah, London, it's not as safe as it used to be. As a woman, I don't feel comfortable, even during the daytime, walking around London by myself, depending on the area. I certainly am not caught outside at night time. Because I don't trust people the way I used to. Really, I don't.
I'll go for a walk at 11 at night if I want, you know.
And I might go for a walk if I'm next to him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to walk by myself. That's just dangerous. It's too high a risk.
Definitely much less.
There's
Much
more
less
violent
pleasant.
crime.
You walk around and you're up a little bit. Your back's up a little bit.
You're looking around. But of course, you're meant to do that all the time.
No, but I never felt like I needed
Yeah.
to before.
Yeah. It's not.
Maybe I was just blasé and oblivious.
You were
but-
young. You didn't think that it
Maybe.
was necessary. Maybe
Maybe.
it's part of that, but things have gotten worse in London. There's more violent crime. There's more knife crime. There's
Have you
more
seen the
gun
old new trailer for the
crime.
Minecraft
Yeah.
movie
It's
Lord?
really wild
It's atrocious,
to
it
think
really
about. You don't think of gun crime and think of Britain, do you?
Well,
Soon enough you will. There's
Yes, it's getting more difficult to trust others
It's a
out there in the
lot.
world today.
not nice. Not nice at all. Change a note here. Hot fudge sundae or hot caramel sundae?
I
I'll go
would
hot fudge
say
sundae.
hot fudge. Yeah, I don't love hot fudge, but
Hot caramel.
I don't love caramel to be honest.
Yeah.
So fudge,
I'd go
I guess.
with the fudge instead of the caramel in that case. Oh, Pete said I didn't know Nerd Rocked It. Commented to you. Kongazi. Yeah, Pete's the one who told us that
Yeah.
Nerd Roy could put us in his video. And then a couple days ago he commented on the video with a thumbs up. Or like a
Yeah.
bro fist, something like
It was
that.
fist. It was like a bro fist. Oh!
Bacon, egg and cheese biscuit or sausage biscuit with eggs. I'll happily have either, actually. I'm kind of indifferent to it. I think I'd probably take bacon, egg and cheese
Ooh, I love a bacon egg
instead
and
of the
cheese.
sausage biscuit with eggs.
Yeah,
But
I'm off
I'm good
sausages
with
these
either.
days. I'd go for bacon. There's always time for bacon. Always. We're not gonna go this way. though.
Julian said less cheese, now that's an upgrade.
Wrong.
Wow.
Yeah, you're wrong.
DT said, would you rather have strawberry ice cream with Oreos or
Buffalo wings with
vanilla
Cheetos and
ice
Sprite,
cream
fried
with
chicken
peanuts
with
and
brown sauce
rainbow
and spicy.
sprinkles?
Strawberry ice cream with Oreos.
Yeah.
I do love. Oh, there's a lot of bad guys here. Lucky me.
You can end them all.
I will.
Most goblins in my family worked in the mines at one
Their
time.
bodies made
Get
so.
away!
Let's go this way.
Giratinus Rising said, yeah, much has gotten more dangerous since the pandemic hit too.
No.
Yeah, I think that time away, etc., maybe made things a little worse in the long run as well.
I think so.
Because I was in 2019, London was pretty good. You know, I
Yeah,
didn't
peak.
really have
And I'm without my
any
friends.
problems ever.
Air fried chicken wings or
Never.
fried chicken wings.
It was chill. But it's unfortunate. I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Uh,
Makes me not want to be here anymore, to be honest.
yeah, it makes me want to go to America.
Yeah.
People say America's more dangerous. Like, yeah, but I know what I'm getting into.
Yeah,
Here they
exactly.
feign like it's safe and they feign like it's oh wow, it's completely fine. It's like I know what I'm getting into in America. All right, I understand.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
you can work around that. But yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
DT said turkey burgers with buffalo wings and Pepsi, or chicken burgers with cheese fries and orange soda.
Second option.
Yeah, I'll go orange soda. You get in the UK and in Europe and in the Middle East. There's a great drink called Mirinda.
I love a Mirinda.
It is like
It's top tier,
Fanta
guys.
on special juice.
It's fresher than a Fanta. Fanta doesn't taste
You
like
say
juice.
fresher? It's definitely got like
No,
much
no.
more E numbers and much more questionable products. in
He's
it than
correct.
Fanta.
Nonetheless, it tastes fresher.
It's delicious.
It does.
Orange Mirinda.
It's really
Wow.
good. It bangs.
I would love some right now, actually.
Making my mouth water.
It really is. Uh-huh. The Beam Man said, yeah, I'm a dude and I'll drop someone quick. But if they have a knife, like, obviously not. I hear London is notorious for robberies these days.
Yeah, huge
Yeah,
amount
it
of
gets a
robberies.
little insane, especially in the, like, more uppity areas, you know? We're, like, in the outskirts, like, rural, kind of. But in central, it can get really bad. Like people just getting knocked out for their phones, getting
Their
smacked
watches.
over their head for their
Yeah.
watches. Moped crime is really high, and then someone tries to grab someone's phone and they grab their coat instead,
They
and
knock 'em
they drag them
over.
down with them as they're driving away on the moped and they're
Yeah.
getting dragged on the floor. It's pretty intense.
Yeah,
And it's got worse very quickly.
it has.
Yeah. Have you seen the new horrible trailer for the Minecraft movie? Yes, we have.
Yes, it was.
We didn't react to it because we don't really watch play Minecraft. We've seen walkthroughs and streams of it,
I watched PewDiePie play it.
But other than that, we've not really been involved in the Minecraft community, so it didn't feel right for us just watching the trailer
Felt like we were
and
jumping
reacting
on.
to it. But we did watch it, and it looked utterly shit.
For a second,
And I thought maybe
it
we
was
should have
fan-made.
reacted to it.
Yeah.
Because we could have just ripped it apart. Like, this looks like dog shit.
You know what they were hoping for? They were hoping this was going to be like a Jumanji.
Oh, yeah. That
Like,
was
that was the
feel.
feeling, 100%.
Yeah, without a doubt.
It looks so bad, and it makes you wonder what the options were when it came to the animation.
The acting
And that
also
this
looks
is what
terrible.
they chose.
The visuals and the characters look awful. So that doesn't help it either.
No.
Everything was basically a 0.
Yeah, it was. He's correct.
Yeah. But they made it.
The thing is, people can sniff out what this is.
What is it?
They're hoping to make a bunch of money.
Of course,
I
but
think
Indy,
you
that's-
said cash grab.
That's how it is with every
No,
movie.
I know,
though.
but
that's
at
not a
least-
valid reason
here's
because
the
every
thing,
film
right?
is only made to make money.
Here's the thing. After seeing how Sonic got wrecked when the first teaser trailer came out, people said, "What is that rat-looking thing?" I understand hedgehogs are technically rats. It looked so bad, and they said, "Okay, we need to rework this because people really hate it." Then they did, and people said, "You know what? I respect that you put in the time and the energy to actually."
But why did they change it?
Because they wanted to make money.
Right, exactly.
I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to make money. Absolutely
And
not.
they clearly made the right decision in changing it back then in 2018, 2019,
Well, now there's 3
because it
films.
spawned 3 films and a TV series.
Yeah.
And all of them have made money.
They have.
It's always probably going to be $1 billion franchise by the time the third one comes out. So they listened to the fans, they heard all the backlash, and they said, we're going to take the extra time
Yeah.
and months and reanimate the movie. That is such a big decision to make.
Yeah.
But visually, it looked a lot better.
So much
It was
better.
more fun.
Yeah. It looked more cartoony in a good way. Sometimes you don't want to hit for realism. But then for this Minecraft, it looked oddly cartoony.
It looked hokey, but not in
Yeah.
a, oh wow, that
It
looks
wasn't
fun.
quaint. It was, oh
Why
no.
did you do that?
Yeah. A lot of money goes into this stuff.
Yeah.
You messed it up.
Air fried chicken wings or pickleback chicken wings. I don't know what
What
pickleback
does
chicken wings are.
pickleback mean?
Maybe
Yeah.
they're fried pickles on the chicken wing.
I've tried fried pickles before.
Fried pickles on the chicken wing.
Blueberry smoothie with banana with whipped cream and cherry
Ooh.
and apple BB and J smoothie with chocolate
That
salted with cream and cherry.
sounds.
I'll take that.
Pretty
I'll take that
good.
one. If that's what you meant. Red velvet smoothie or chocolate peanut butter smoothie. Red velvet smoothie. Oh, but I do like peanut butter. I used to be against peanut butter because it was just too. Ugh. Now I kind of like peanut butter.
Change your mind now.
Yeah.
Really, I missed.
Bombarda.
Really, again, I missed.
Pete said I was in America 2 months ago. Food was amazing. Tried tacos for the first time.
Ooh,
Good job
tacos.
expanding your food culinary
Palate.
repertoire. That's really, really good,
It's a
you know?
big deal.
Genuinely.
Bombarda.
That's a big deal. Very
yeah,
big
yeah,
deal.
Yeah, yeah. Especially Mexican food. There's a lot of different salsas and this and that and accoutrements you can add to it. For like the salts and the flavors. So it's a very intense culinary experience.
Yeah. Well done. Oh, another one.
Fictional character.
Creamy strawberry lemon smoothie.
Potato.
Or chili spiced hot chocolate. Creamy strawberry lemon smoothie. That's the one. That's refreshing. That's light. That's tasty.
Tasty.
The B-man said, "Pete, tacos are my life."
Love that. That's funny. That's a dog boggler.
He actually threw in a "my guy" as well.
My guy.
My guy.
I'm telling you, my guy. Well done for expanding your palette. Takes a lot. 'Cause you run the risk. You've paid money and maybe you don't like it. And you think, waste this money now. Bad guy.
Pete said, "Thankfully, I liked them and got to cross them off the list."
The list.
It made the list,
Made the list in a good way though.
and you're able to cross it off the wrist. So that's good
the
stuff.
wrist.
You're crossing off the wrist. That's a different. That's the
Totally
that's an
different.
end of life type of situation. You're crossing off the wrist.
I was just trying to
Crossing off the
I was
list.
just trying to take the piss out of you. I was just making things difficult.
Trillian said, "Minecraft is childish, but it's a great experience to play." I remember when I was still in school, it had just come out, and there was a guy who was playing on his laptop in school non-stop. People were like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm like building a world.
That's so cool.
And I'd just sit down with him sometimes, just watch him play, like, what is going on
This is like a
here?
science.
And people
right?
would laugh at him and do that. And I was like,
This is
What is
high
going
level
on?
creativity.
Yeah,
It gives
yeah.
you a lot of freedom.
it's like Lego, but in a VR
Virtual
world,
form.
right?
You're very right. It's very good. It's very apt.
Blueberry smoothie with banana and whipped cream and cherry on top, or PB&J smoothie.
Blueberry smoothie.
Oh, there you go. Peach has a question. He said, do you have a most favourite fictional character? Like, best movie, TV show character in general? I'm going to go put my phone on charge, because it's about to go.
Best movie, TV... Really? Best movie, TV show character ever. I think one of my favourite characters ever... Oh, there are far too many. Gonna have to give me a second to think here. Off the top of my head, I think I would have to say Bilbo Baggins from The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. I think when people think of the Lord of the Rings and favourite characters, often you're looking at Legolas, Gimli, Frodo, Aragorn and Sam. I think most people probably pick those ones. But for me, I would say Bilbo Baggins. He is so cool. What's that? When you look at the story from The Hobbit, which is my favourite book of all time, Bilbo is, 50-something, so he's maybe 30-something in human years. And he comes from a very small-minded, conservative society where they don't... Please, blow your nose, it's okay. They don't go on adventures.
It seem like you're farting.
That's... You're a dummy. They don't go on adventures. They don't rock the boat. They just live their very small, pleasant, patient life, and they live very well. But he is incited to go on this big adventure, and he takes great risks. He's incredibly funny, very witty, a better man, a better hobbit than I think he realizes. And then when it comes to handing over the ring, he does it. And I don't think people put enough stock into how difficult that is. He has spent a lot of time with this ring, like 70 years or something, because he gets it maybe 50 years or so, 11th birthday, so let's say 61 years or so, somewhere around there. And he actually is able to give it to Frodo and give it to Gandalf, knowing that he'll never see it again, knowing that it's going to end his life, having an attachment to it, and having used it for a very long time. Most beings could never. Quite simply, could never do it. But Bilbo does it. And he loves his nephew so much, and he tries to give the world to him. I think he's a very respectable old gentleman. He's my favourite character. Ever. Who's yours? While you're thinking, Atrillion says, yes, I love Bilbo too. In the middle of the first Lord of the Rings book, when I read of Bilbo, my heart leaps. I love that character, right? There's something so beautiful about seeing him and seeing him enter old age and live a beautiful life, a happy life. I think it's really heartfelt and lovely.
If I was to say my favourite character of all time, off the top of my head this is, so I'm not having severe thought, like deep thought, I would say it's a Qui-Gon Jinn.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. There's just so much depth and higher levels of thinking to the way he was living his life and risking everything for a chance of salvation, not just for himself, but for the entire universe. And the fact that he was willing to make that sacrifice on the unknown and on the hope that it would be enough to save the universe. And in the end, he was right. Just not in the way he thought.
We're so different. Here I am being like, I see this character and it brings me hope, and you're like, this deep philosophical thoughts about Qui-Gon Jinn. I'm like, I see Bilbo, I get happy.
I get it. Bilbo's a great shout.
I don't have much to
I like it
steal.
though. It's a very good shout. Very well explained also. How about you guys? Who would you say are your top ever? Where is this guy? Come here.
Like he said, sadly, I have to call it here and head out. Enjoy the night, my guys.
You have a great one, Pete. Thank you so
do
much
indeed.
for joining us. We'll be
Yeah.
back next week.
You gonna go get something tasty tea?
I hope so. I hope you get
Pete,
something tasty.
you better go get something tasty tea.
You must.
You must, Pete.
You
It
must.
isn't Nora Treadwell.
Trillian said, I've never tried peanut butter raw like on bread, but I once made cookies made of peanut butter and brown sugar, and it was the best cookie I've ever tasted.
Honestly, I haven't thought
That sounds good.
That might be nice, you know, peanut butter and brown sugar. That might
Sounds
be a
yummy.
good mix.
Sounds. Where did they go? Oh!
Shrimp tacos or fish tacos? Shrimp tacos. Prawn is underrated protein. It's basically 100% protein.
It is,
Yeah.
but you also have to be careful with the amount of prawn you're eating.
This is also true.
You can get mercury poisoning very quickly. Very quickly.
Yep.
So don't eat prawn every day for more than, say, 4 or 5 days. You can get mercury poisoning from it. Swordfish is rather similar like that, though it's far less
And
available. Shark also,
Yeah.
far less available.
And tuna even.
Tuna even, if you have
most,
tuna-
Most fish,
yeah.
deep sea
Deep
fish
sea
as well,
fishes, yeah.
you know, it's high in mercury levels. A Trillian said, on that Minecraft topic, you can also technically
Since
do
I am
coding.
not going to do
It
so,
was
it's
my
fine.
introduction to coding,
Wow.
which is what my job is now.
That's so sick. That's very cool. Well done.
That's
The
wow.
best fictional character
That's
I
wow.
have ever met.
Wow.
That is really. It's not sarcasm. That's real. Chicken tacos or hot dog tacos? I think chicken tacos.
Chicken tacos.
Yeah.
I would prefer fish tacos actually. Chicken tacos.
Fish tacos to chicken tacos.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
You know what? Fish tacos. There's a certain flavour.
Yeah, it's called slimy.
Slimy.
goes slimy.
Where I have the palate of a toddler. He doesn't really. I'm just saying that.
Oh, see, you know what? Dragon Trainer just up the ante.
Oh, go on.
Corned beef tacos or fried fish tacos. You give me fried fish tacos, I'll take them.
Yep.
Happily.
Correct.
But you didn't specify.
I just said
You
fish
just said
taco.
fish, and I said they're
oh,
slimy.
I'm
Fried fish
sorry. I
isn't
have
slimy.
to. This guy.
The specificity is important. The specificity is important.
Where is the big guy?
Expulsion!
Australian said, yes, I too love Bilbo. In the middle of the first Lord of the Rings book. And when I read of Bilbo, my heart leaped. I love that character.
I already read
Have
that.
you
You
read-
did not listen.
Have you read The Hobbit? Australian? Because that
I'm
book
gonna
is
take a guess and say yeah.
entirely about.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Trinian's read. To have a response saying I've heard of Bilbo and my heart leapt, he has to have read The Hobbit. Otherwise, it would not mean much to read a Bilbo and then feel so happy. It's unlikely. Bad guys. Bad guys. Bad guys.
Mistake!
Yeah, guys, who would be your pick?
Your favourite character. Who's
Yeah.
your favourite character? Ever.
You're going to regret that.
Ever. I would really like to know.
A world without French fries or a world without onion rings?
I love onion rings. I just don't eat them often. But I do love them.
I love them both. I love them both, I do.
Get yourself out that one.
Okay, a world without onion rings.
Rather eat Hawaiian pizza or salad pizza.
I'll take the French fries.
I'll take the world without onion rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to. I like French fries too much.
Dragon Trainer asks, Sensei, are you...
Think
Sensei, are you or are you not going to do solo streams Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
We are not in the realm of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday solo streams right now.
Mm-mm.
Apologies, but we simply cannot.
No.
But Saturday streams are back.
Saturday streams, alright? We'll do our best to make sure we're here. And if, you know, you're not here, then we're not here. And then
Where
we...
did I set my
then,
traps?
and
Thought we'd forget
people,
them.
and I was doing the meme.
Your
I
potion
know.
The
days are
kid
over.
who's just like saying the same words over and over again.
I know.
Yeah.
I know you.
Oh, Pete said Poe from Kung Fu Panda
Of
would be
course.
the second most fave character.
What's first?
The best fictional character IMO is one you haven't met yet, but might soon. Kratos from God of War.
I've heard a lot about
His story
Kratos.
is one
I
of the
think my
best
favourite
I
character
have
of all time is
seen.
Paul Atreides.
I have heard a lot about Kratos.
Wow,
People say that the
wow,
character
wow.
development for that character is incredible. I know this. I have heard of this.
Atrinian said, I have read The Hobbit. Not The Lord of the Rings, though.
Just
Just the first half of the book.
I will say that
Currently reading it.
Lord of the Rings is rather slow.
Mm.
It takes a lot to get into. You have to commit to it. It's told from the perspective of this young Frodo who has never lived anything but a peaceful life.
He's reading the book,
I know.
so he sees that.
I know. I'm just explaining it in case anyone hasn't read it.
Okay.
So it's told from the perspective of young Frodo, who's lived a very peaceful life. So as they're moving further and further away from that peaceful life, you see quite a lot of talking about what would be considered the mundane, because that's what they want to tend towards as characters, right? They want everything to go back to being mundane in some sense. So there's a lot of eating of foods and walking great distances, and a lot of things that would be cut out of books these days because editors would say, no, this is too
Get
slow,
rid of it, yeah.
this is too slow. But it informs the world, it builds the world and the characters, and that's why I think all of it is worthwhile. I hope you get through it. You're going to really love it.
Would you rather eat Hawaiian pizza or salad pizza? Hawaiian.
Hawaiian.
Salad pizza.
Hawaiian
That just
pizza.
seems illegal.
Closer to an sensei, so I have to choose that.
Yeah. But I mean, what would you put on a salad? You put lettuce on a pizza. Is that the concept of a salad
Cabbage
pizza?
and
Pure demise.
cucumber?
Cucumber on a pizza.
I've seen better on a pizza. You
I've
put
seen- I've
better
seen
cucumber
better.
and mint, I guess, on a pizza if you
Cucumber?
wanted.
You're just gonna get it wet and soggy with cucumber on a pizza.
Depends on the cucumber.
No, it doesn't. Cucumber's just water.
Yeah, it is, but it's not water. I know.
Revelio.
Trinian said, I think my favourite character of all time is Paul Atreides. I've read the book, so I know his full history, and I love it so much. He's so complex and interesting. Yeah, I mean, the first two Dune movies were insane,
Yeah.
right? I'm really, really excited to see what they do when they come back and make the third one. I don't even know if the third one is technically going to even be the end point.
No, it might not be for the films. If it does well, I'm sure we will get more.
Because there's also that series about the Bene Gesserit as well.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Bene Gesserit?
Bene Gesserit? Bene Gesserit. I
Bene-
think it's Bene Gesserit with a J
With
sound.
a Gesserit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show looks pretty good
It
as
looks
well.
sick. It
Mark
does.
Strong doing Mark Strong things. I like it.
I like it a lot.
Spicy buffalo wings all with pizza and Sprite or buffalo chicken pizza with onion
Yeah,
rings and diced
I'm gonna read Dune soon. I can't wait. But I want to wait until after Dune Messiah, which I know is
Right.
2026, because then I
long
can
time.
then I will be able to read the books and like, you know, Denis, you did it well, or you didn't do it well, you know.
Oh, well, he's going to do it well.
No,
Come
I mean,
on.
I know, I mean, in regard to the books, I do say it's so clear how much love he has for the story.
Yeah.
You don't make films like that without it being a true labor of love.
And it is when you consider the amount of time it takes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I spend an hour to get halfway through a chapter when I remembered nothing after. I'd put the book down for a bit. It was too much for me. The Council of Elrond part.
Oh yeah, that is. Yeah. But yeah, well,
It's a bit monotonous, I've heard.
monotonous. Yeah, it is a little bit, but it's still brilliant. I love it.
I might
I
get some
love
interest in
it.
the third film, since we didn't get a sequel for the one in '84. The director said he wants to stop at the third movie, which I think makes sense, as it's an excellent stopping point.
Oh, Pete said, well, let's take this time to talk about some of the topics in the last few months. The big one being RDJ's Doom. We have The Boys Season 4 and other stuff to talk about as well. By the way, have you seen the Dune Awakening trailers and stuff? I have. Non-sensei, I don't think you've seen it. I think it's the game for Dune.
No, I
being
haven't.
made. Yeah, I don't think you've seen it.
Oh, actually, I think I have.
Oh, yeah?
I think I did a couple months ago.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's got a bit loud in my headphones. You're not wearing headphones, so you can't hear it.
Yeah.
Apologies. Yeah, I'd be sad. I'm sad to know that Denis not planning to continue after the third one. Dune Awakenings. Dune Messiah, forgive me.
Deep dish pizza or vegan pizza? No, I guess deep dish
Neither.
pizza. I guess you have to pick. Deep dish.
Deep
You can't have
dish.
vegan pizza.
Vegan pizza
What the
puts
hell
like
is that?
potato as cheese, and I don't like that. Just gonna fix this because it's hurting my head.
Giratinus Rising said, I might take some interest in the third film since we didn't get a sequel for the one in 1984.
Ah.
You know, they didn't actually make any other ones other than that
Huge
first
chicken
one
pizza
then.
with McDonald's nuggets and fruit punch or ham, egg and cheese breakfast.
Trillian said the
Cheese
director
and
said he
orange
wants to
soda.
stop at the third movie, which I think makes sense as it's an excellent stopping point, but I really wish they also make one more to complete the first
I
Dune
do
book
have a friend here at
series.
Terrace House.
Maybe
hangs
he
out with
will.
me and chats on hold
Maybe he
music,
doesn't wanna
chats
say
live
it
streams, and
yet.
hangs out on levels.
Until they know what's happening or they get a bit closer and see what the response is.
Right.
You don't want to put all your eggs out so everyone can see them, right? Count your chickens before they hatch and all. Where is the troll?
Barbecue chicken pizza with McDonald's nuggets and fruit punch or ham, egg, cheese breakfast with cheese and orange soda.
Second option,
I think I'm happy with either of them, to be honest, but I think I'll go with the second one.
Second option. Yes.
Comes down to the orange soda again.
Once again, the orange soda.
Giratinus Rising said, I do have a friend called Terrence Housefly.
Terrace house guy.
Yeah, who hangs out with me in the chats on Hold My Jaw live stream, and we hang out on the Discord server 24/7.
That's cool.
It's always good to be hanging out with people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the RDJ news,
Huge.
that was crazy. That was, is the MCU back? Is they actually back? And then when we had that movie that dropped, that small movie that only made $1 billion or so, Deadpool and Wolverine, it had this sense of familiarity to it, you know, where, oh, everything might be alright. They might actually fix it.
Yeah, I felt the same.
And I don't know if that's really going to be the case, or if, you know, that was a lucky shot. But I hope that they do enough to get the fans back in the cinemas again for most of their films, as long as they're good movies. And Kevin Feige, seemingly, from what Chris Gore said, has basically, for all intents and purposes, fired a ton of people
Yeah.
and cleaned house and made sure that individuals who were partially or mostly responsible for these giant failures, either in terms of box office or in terms of story for the TV shows, have been got rid of. And it's the right way to go. It's the right thing to do. And I hope he does more of it. And it might be the thing that brings the MCU back.
I hope so.
Maybe RDJ wasn't the right call, maybe it was. We'll only find out in a few years' time. But it can't be the worst call, because the MCU was basically ended.
Yeah.
It was on its
Personally,
last
I am more
legs.
against RDJ playing Doom. Not a fan of the
It
casting
was.
choice, especially after all the
But-
news that has come out ago.
I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
Because for a long time they didn't know what they were doing. Now at least they have a clear vision and they have a road to get there. I have a good amount of trust with the Russos that they wouldn't have come back unless they thought to themselves, no, I've got an idea, we can run with something.
Well, the Russos said their favourite comic book storyline of all time is Secret Wars.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That
So they
tracks.
said this years ago when they were making Avengers 3. They said, oh no, that's our favourite storyline of all time. So they've actually come back and they're going to be doing Secret Wars.
There we go. You talked about Secret Wars to me like
Years
4,
ago.
5, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
You said this is where, because I remember it was basically after Infinity War and Endgame. And I said, where do they go from here? He said, I've got a couple ideas. I don't know what they're going to do. Lo and behold, he was explaining Secret Wars to me.
Mm-hmm.
And, well,
And
where we
when
are.
you have the knowledge, you know,
NarendraTheComic after all.
yeah, well, it's in the name.
It's in the name.
It's in the name.
This place has seen better days.
Peach said, personally, I'm more against RDJ playing Doom. Not a fan of the casting choice, especially after all the other news that come out about it. It was half of what I was fearing Disney would take away from what everyone was complaining about. it's a valid point.
I see that.
Disney and Feige have obviously doubled back as opposed to going forward, but I think the way they were going forward was so bad that if they hadn't, then I think it would have been a serious problem, and it would have caused more long-term damage to the brand. But at the same time, even if this Doctor Doom RDJ is good as a movie, and people love it, I think it still stifles the brand in some ways in the long term.
Yeah.
Because you've had to revert back to him to make the entire process work.
Yeah.
You know, so
it gives RDJ a lot of power over the brand and the branding image, which is the same reason you got rid of him initially. Also because he was very expensive. That's part of it. And now you're having to rely upon him. You're gonna have to kill him off eventually, aren't you?
Well, he's gonna have to get got in the end of that second movie, yeah.
So what do you do then?
I think part of the major problem is when you look at Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, Thanos was built towards from basically Thor 1, maybe you could say Captain America 1, because of the inclusion of the Tesseract. Right?
Yeah.
Because of that, you had Thanos' kind of involvement through the Infinity Stones in Captain America the First Avenger, in the Avengers, in Thor the Dark World, in the Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Right? All those movies pre even getting to there, they had the elements of these movies. And in Guardians, you had your first real appearance of Thanos, even though he was in the post-credits of Avengers 1.
Yeah.
He was built out as the big villain for a decade.
A long
even
time.
Though the average audience member had no idea what was going on. Right?
Yeah.
That's what it takes. With RDJ coming back, you've not had any build to him coming back.
Yeah.
So which really means you have to make his return in the film a shock.
Yeah.
And him just appear like, oh, he's there.
The issue
and he's the bad guy.
is that now you've given away the game because they had to get brand recognition up. So it's kind of this double-edged sword. They wanted to tell people that look back into us. We're doing good. We're bringing back the people you like, creatively, acting-wise. You can trust back in this brand. But by doing so, they've removed crazy amounts of the shock factor, which would have been huge. Truly.
You can if you'd like. Just popping back to a food-related question now. Brownie cookies with Reese's or salted caramel cookies with M&M's? Brownie cookies with Reese's. I don't love salted caramel.
No, I don't like salted caramel really at all.
Another one, chocolate-covered strawberry brownies or cookie dough brownies?
Chocolate-covered
strawberry brownies. Yes, very
I quite like
nice.
strawberries.
Mint chocolate chip brownies or
Yes.
peanut butter cookie stuffed brownies? Peanut butter cookie brownies.
Mint chocolate.
Peanut butter cookie brownies.
Mint chocolate.
Peanut butter cookie brownies.
Mint
Peanut butter
chocolate.
cookie brownies. We ain't gonna agree.
That's okay though.
By the way, Narendra
Should I go
TheComic
inside the
in
tent?
live streams with guests on the panel
Oh,
now.
go
I was
on,
wondering if you
then.
ever thought about joining.
This guy, Asjad Faradi.
What does Asjad
Faridi. Asjad
say?
Faridi. I don't. This guy hate his
And also
look.
this being how they introduced Doctor
I
Who's
don't.
terrible choice.
This hat
A fan
guy.
favorite and someone people have been
hate
like
his
about
look.
his end.
Sorry you feel like that.
No, I'm not sorry you feel like that. You feel like that. If you'd want, you can stay. If you want, you can F off. It's up to you, honestly.
There's that. There is that.
He said, I look like this hat guy.
Oh, so you hate yourself.
I'm confused. I'm generally confused, so it's what it is. You
I was
know.
wondering if you were interested.
He's confused.
Pete said paying 100 million is then most of the budget has gone to him. I'm sure they're looking at a $300 million budget
Yeah.
for the movie. So him getting, I think they said he's getting 50 million a movie. So 50 million for one Avengers movie and 50 million for the second one. So if he's getting that level of money, then I'm sure they're looking at $300 million. Because the Russos are supposedly getting 50 million each
Yeah.
as well. Not each, together. They're getting 25 each for each movie. So that's 175. That's 100 million of each movie's budget right there.
Yeah. just between those
So
three players.
it's going to be very difficult to get that to work. I'm sure it's going to include a lot of back end because you can't pay all that money up front. But yeah, they're willing to pay it. Cookies and cream brownies or dark chocolate caramel brownies. Probably cookies and cream. I don't mind dark chocolate. I'll take it over milk chocolate in most cases. But I don't love brownies.
No,
in general,
not
because
always.
it's the chocolate factor. But
I would rather have a sesame brownie.
oh, with the tahini or the tahina.
With a bit of tahini in it, or in swirl. Rather tasty that. Yeah, I'm kind of hungry.
Peach said, I was afraid they would revert to reviving Iron Man and previous characters. That's not what they did, but this is close.
I see what you mean.
This is like they did that,
And
but
adjacent.
they just turned it a little bit so
Yeah.
that it wasn't
exactly that.
going all the way back there. And I think it's better they do this than just bring RDJ back as Iron Man and him being the same character.
Hold still.
I would absolutely agree. Just trying to this guy.
Place, child.
Also for Russo's returning. We had Sam Raimi direct a movie, and it didn't end up being that good. Disney has the most control in these movies.
By the way, NarendraTheComic, since I'm doing live streams with guests on the panel now, I was wondering if you ever thought about joining me on channel for topics someday. Giratina's Rising, the thing is, right, time is not on any of our sides. And in my case, it's never on my side. Thankfully, we've been able to carve out potentially time to make the weekend stream work, but I get a lot of emails from a lot of people saying, would you like to collaborate on this, and would you like to be on this panel, from YouTubers that are a lot bigger than me. And a lot of the time, almost every time, I've said, no, I can't, I don't have the time to make it work. And it's annoying, but it's where we are.
Yeah.
And there are instances where, hopefully in a few weeks or probably likely months' time, I may be able to commit to something like that and be on a panel show like that with others who are in this space. You know, the entertainment, media, comics, film, TV, like commentary space. But right now, not realistic.
Not for us, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Not yet. One day,
One day,
but not yet.
might be NerdRotic. You never know.
Can you imagine?
Peach said, and also, this being how they introduced Doctor Doom is a horrible choice, a fan favourite, and someone people have placed hype about, and he is most likely going to be an Iron Man variant, is stupid.
I hope they're not going to go the Iron Man variant route.
Yeah.
I think that is a weak choice, but you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
They might just pull it out of the bag and say, this is what we're doing.
Well, this is the easy way, but it seems like the poor choice. You don't have to do that, so why do it?
The only way they can redeem this is if after this they make another Doctor Doom, and this MCU variant is the proper Doctor Doom. I think there's a chance they do that, but because they've introduced now the Fantastic Four, it feels like if RDJ is going to be Victor Von Doom, and then he got at the end of Avengers Secret Wars, you can't really have Victor Von Doom in the MCU anymore, because RDJ's already played the most iconic version of him, and anyone else who's gonna play him is gonna be looked at as, I don't want you. Just as if someone else played Iron Man,
Yeah.
you'd say, I don't want you.
You're correct.
You know, not just Iron Man, but Tony Stark
Tony Stark,
specifically.
yeah.
So you get into a bit of a conundrum with the idea that you can only have Doom in those two movies, and that he probably can't be in the MCU long term unless RDJ is playing him.
But only if the Russo brothers return.
He's correct.
They're going the Darth Vader route because of Spider-Man's relationship with Iron Man.
Do you know what time it is? It is almost 10 o'clock.
Is it
So
really?
we're probably going to have to stop in a little bit, unfortunately.
Indeed.
Also, for the Russos returning, we had Sam Raimi direct a movie and it didn't end up being that good. Disney has the most control in these movies, so I'm not putting that much on them returning. It's valid. It's true. Sam Raimi, had a certain amount of control, and and in the end, the machine just took over the film.
And they paid 100 million circles.
But RDJ, someone said there, RDJ said he's only coming back if the Russos come back, and the Russos came back. So we're gonna see what this is like in 2 or 3 years' time, and hopefully it's good. Pete said it's got to be positive, being positive.
Oh yeah. Let's give him a little bit of time. At this point, we've given them many 3 strikes are out, but I have a little bit more faith now the Russos are on the job. So I'm willing to wait. And if it's not good, well, we'll tell you. You know.
Where's that from? It's peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Where's that
Family
from?
Guy?
I don't know where it's from.
I'm gonna guess it's
Our
Family
older
Guy.
sister used to sing that song a lot.
Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah, something like that. I think I'm gonna guess it's Family Guy, but I could be wrong. 1 second, there's a bad guy over here.
Do you
Hello,
remember
bad
the
guy.
first life you took? Can't say
Giratinus Rising said they're going the Darth Vader route because Spider-Man relationship with Iron Man. Yeah, that's true, right? He's bad guy now, right? If you look at it like that. If he was previously Anakin and now he's Darth Vader. And
Guess.
Spidey is Luke.
I...
But at the end of the day, Darth Vader was really the hero of the
He
story.
was the chosen
He
one.
was the chosen one.
People get it twisted,
Mm-hmm.
but really, it was always Anakin.
Mm-hmm.
Spinach lasagna or classic lasagna.
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. Yeah.
If he has the mask on the whole time, and
Yeah.
they paid 100 million, so of course his face will be on display.
Correct.
Unless the MCU characters have dementia.
You're correct. You're absolutely correct. If I was paying $100 million, you'd best believe the mask's going to be off. But is the mask going to be off? Are we going to see a flashback of him with RDJ's face, and then there's going to be a disfigurement for most of the film? That's possible, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Get away
Even
with
then,
that.
though, for 100 million, I would say get rid of the disfigurement. But I don't think fans would want that, right? Fans wouldn't want that. It would feel like a cheap out.
Yeah, that would seem wrong. They will remember him as Tony Stark, and it will play a part in the story. Exactly.
Of course.
I mean, my concept was you have him there, and then they say, "Oh, Tony, what the hell's Tony doing here?" And then Tony Doctor Doom just like kills someone, and everyone's like, "What the? What just happened?"
That's not Tony.
Nice to see you, my
And
young
it just
friend.
explodes the entire situation. Turkey lasagna or cheesy potato lasagna? Turkey lasagna. Get that protein, or as they say nowadays, the protein. Spinach lasagna or classic lasagna? I guess classic, just not
Classic?
mushrooms.
Yeah, no mushrooms.
Gotta go. Dinner is ready.
Have a good one, my guy. Thanks for
Make
joining
sure
us.
you eat that din din.
Enjoy dinner?
Yeah. I think I might have to go and make
I
some
think
dinner now,
maybe
actually.
it's time for us also. It's been a good one.
Yeah.
For the first one back, I'm really happy. I've gotten back into this. I've gotten how to play and back into it properly. I think next week could be, we've platinumed it.
You think next week is going to be the final?
Well, if you
the
look at
final
quests,
stream,
all we've got is this, the final repository.
right?
And once we do that, we'll have finished all the main story. We get a trophy for that.
Right.
And then once we do 2 side quests, we get a trophy for that. And upon that point, all of our challenges should be 100% complete, which means we'll get a trophy for that. That's 3 trophies.
And the last trophy is finishing the game.
I think that's the last 3. I'm going to have to look it up and then go through everything in the next week to see if we're missing anything. I think that might be completo finito.
Capito finito. Next week, huh?
Yeah.
So guys, you gotta be here next week. It's gonna be the final Hogwarts Legacy stream. Is it gonna be a solo stream? Maybe.
Maybe.
You've gone through 40 plus streams of it being solo.
I know, but it was really nice having you here
No, well-
because I had to focus. You best believe in the final. And now at level 40, I'm going to be hyper focused.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to be.
You're gonna take out that spider at the end, easy peasy.
Was it a
The
spider?
spider dragon thing, you
Oh
know?
gosh, yeah. Oh, maybe not easy, please.
I still remember that time where I was about to end it.
You were.
And the dragon got me, and I went, being got.
And you had this
I
much on the
actually
life
wasn't
bar.
got, and if I'd struck him one more time, I
You
would have
would've got it.
finished the game.
Yeah, and you had to start from the
I
beginning.
had to start again, and it went on for another half an hour.
It did.
Yeah. Well, guys, it has actually been a lot of fun.
been amazing.
Just turned 10 o'clock now, so it's been about 3 hours, maybe, almost, kinda, sorta.
2.5, something like that.
So yeah, see you next week. Have a good week. After that, we continue with Kingdom Hearts or something else. I think that's going to be up to Nonsensei. Because I would like to continue with Kingdom Hearts. But the issue with that is, there's so many games. And if we're only going to be streaming once a week, I don't know how we get through the games in time. If we're only going to stream once a week.
If we're doing it once a week, I don't think we're going to be finishing the games, all of them anytime
Because it's so
soon.
many games, right? So many games. The amount of time it's going to take is insane. I think if we were doing it 4 times a week, 4 times a week,
we could actually push through it.
We could maybe get through it each game in about 2 months.
That's one of the reasons why when we started Kingdom Hearts, I was streaming 3-4 times a week. Because we looked at it and said, if you look at the hours it's going to take, also factoring in how slow Indie is, I am at it, we can get through this. With a once a week, I don't think that's possible.
Yeah.
So we might have to regroup and
Or
figure out...
maybe we'll go in and out. So we might say we'll finish a Kingdom Hearts game and then we'll play a different game. And then we'll come back to Kingdom Hearts for a game and then we'll play a different game.
That's possible.
So maybe we'll flip in and out of doing that.
I think that's reasonable.
That might be best. That way we can still get through that at a pace, but not completely only doing that.
I would say so. I think that's not a bad move.
Yeah?
I think that's possible.
Alright, well, let's see how it goes. So, guys, have a great week. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. Eat some good food. And most importantly, above all else, get some sleep.
Get some sleep.
Alright?
Yeah.
You do that, you need to do it. Because we've been doing a little better with that one recently. Nonsensei is going to be doing pretty badly with that one for a little bit of time now.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's about earning those hours back. And she earned them back and now she's losing them again.
Classic.
So,
Classic!
Indeed. Another week. Well, I suppose last time round it wasn't a week, it was like 4 months. But we will be back next week, alright? Will not be 4 months until the next stream. 7 days, 7 nights. We're back. Back in the New York groove.
Indeed.
I've got to go make a video now about something or other. So, gonna have to end it here. Nonsensei, there's a word at the end of the stream that gets said. What is that word? Gracia!
The word is... Skadoosh!